Evening, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone is good. Let's go live. Let's get discussion rolling. Any news coming out of Cyprus? No, not really. There is a bit of positivity with Erkoman and Christodoulidis. I feel like they've been talking a lot more lately. There is going to be some sort of agreement to do with religion that they're going to be working on together. I mean, look, regardless of what happens, at least we're talking. At least the two sides are talking right now. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. It's just good that we are talking. So if there's any other news coming out, let me know and we can discuss it. Oh, thanks for the likes, Mr. Suvla. I think I popped into your live earlier. Someone was making a barbecue. I'm guessing it was you. Fucking hell, made me hungry. I can't lie. I haven't had a decent Suvla for quite a while, so yeah, welcome whoever's coming in. Let's do a Sunday night live. Why not? Oli, thank you for the likes as well. Yeah, guys, tell me what's going on in Cyprus. Anything interesting? Anything new coming out of Cyprus? I haven't really been looking. I did do a quick read just before going live. All I really saw was that the two presidents are kind of talking to each other, which I think is very positive. So what will come out of it, we're not sure. But at least we've got dialogue going on. That's the most important thing, I think. George Jason Yasu Alefe. How you doing, mate? You good? Good evening. Kanispera, bro. Yeah, and apart from that, I can't really see anything. It's not very busy right now in terms of politics, but it's okay. We're always going to get conversation rolling regardless. If anyone wants to talk about any specific topic tonight, it is completely open. Whoever wants to bring up a topic, go for it. Let's see if we can get a discussion going and a debate going. But yeah, I did see Fidias talking about something specific today as well. Yeah, we can definitely talk about that. Oli, if you want to talk about Israel buying up villages in is the big news. Yeah, we can talk about that as well. I think I saw a post from Fidias saying that he's going to, well, when he gets into power, when his party gets into power, he will change those laws. And he very openly said that he knows or he thinks that current governments are getting bribed. You know, they're getting all the wealthy investors paying them in order to allow these sort of things to happen. So they would like to put a stop to it. And what Fidias was saying is that they don't accept any bribes and they do not have any very influential, rich investors who are backing them. So yeah, I think when Fidias gets into some sort of power in the government, I think we'll start seeing things change very quickly. I think it's possible and it's doable and it's about time. That is big news. That is big news, though, Oli, and I don't really know what to make of it, other than we should be doing something about it now, not later, before it's too late. And it's not just the Israelis. I'm talking about everybody, because, of course, we need foreign investment. But the most important thing is controlling foreign investment, not allowing a silent takeover to happen, because we're a small island. We will start depopulating very shortly. How you doing, George?
Γεια σου, Σοφή. Πώς είσαι?
Yeah, right. See?
Καλά, φίλε μου. Χαίρομαι που σε ακούω και χαίρομαι που σε ακούω καλά, που νιώθω ότι είσαι καλά.
Thank you. Είμαι καλά. Let's see.
Okay. Anyway, I will stay for a few minutes because I had a difficult day.
What happened? Why did you have a difficult day?
With my kids, it's time for exams, and we are reading all day with my daughter. And I have a 6th grade at my school, so these are the last days. So we are preparing for the celebrations of the 6th grade and
the graduation, yeah.
Graduation, yes, graduation.
Congratulations. Any news coming out? Anything new, man? Did you hear about the Israeli villages?
Yes. So
what do you think?
I will put it in the most how can I say this? It's something that I don't like. I would like to my land, my country, to remain for Cypriots. Though everyone who comes here and love this land for me is welcome if he's a legal, if he comes here legally. But this village, the news for this selling is exaggerated, because I read 3-4 articles about this, and this Hungarian with Israeli passport also is here for 6 years, I think, in Cyprus.
Okay.
He helped many times the people in Cyprus, even in the last year big fire. The news are not as I heard them in some Turkish media. He bought some land. He didn't tell the Greek Cypriots to evacuate the area, as I read in a Turkish media.
Okay.
Everyone is welcome. He didn't buy the land they are saying in some media. Surely he bought a smaller land than, Aykut. Aykut was Turkish-Israeli developer who bought land, who exploited land in the north,
Okay.
land which belonged to Greek Cypriots, almost a little less than 1 square kilometer. He built hotels, tourist houses for tourists. Nobody mentioned this. He went to prison, though the authorities of the north and the Turkish government tried too hard so that we not to stop him. Eventually, the ROC managed to bring him to court and put him in jail. All this happened the last 2-3 years, and I didn't see a friend, a Turkish Cypriot friend, or Turkish media to talk about this. Though the land was a Greek Cypriot land, and he built much more. He bought a bigger area of land, and he built hotels.
So how is he buying this, George? Who is selling it to him, and how is he buying it without knowing the risks? Surely he knows what he's doing, right?
I remember Tatarsov when Olkin was coming to Cyprus. The first thing he was asking her is to stop the hunting of the people that they were exploiting Greek Cypriot land in the north.
Oh, okay. Why would he want to do that?
And because
why would Tatar want to stop that if it's an international law?
Because they, according to the Turkish Cypriot authorities, now the land belongs to the north. There are many things that they were sold. Even pictures of the churches. I had a Turkish Cypriot friend, for example, 30 years ago. I was in a bicommunal committee before the barriers were opened, and he said that I would like the Turkish troops to leave. I would like the Turkish mainlanders to leave. But what about the house I live? I bought it from TRNC. I know that this house belongs to somebody else, but I gave money for it. So, yes, according to the authorities in the north, this land belongs to the north. Aykut made too many projects there, almost 1 square kilometer. 1 square kilometer is a whole village. To Trikomo, I don't remember the areas.
Yeah.
So it was all good then. Anyway, now I think this selling now is 60 rooms. It would be a tourist village. I don't know what really will go there, what really he will build there.
Yeah.
But what I am saying is this thing happened also in a much more
So George,
scale,
what do we think?
in the north.
What do we think is going to happen with this Israeli land now? Do you think they're going to try to build a village? Are they going to be allowed? Is this going to be a problem for us? Is this step one?
As I said in the beginning, I would like this land to stay for the Cypriots. According to an interview this is Hungarian Israeli gave 2 days ago, he bought a few houses, not a few. He will build 60 rooms, not 60 houses, because most of the houses were abandoned and demolished.
So what are we supposed to do? Get a refund?
He bought it. He bought it from the owners.
Are we going to get a refund? This is the thing. What are we supposed to do now?
What do you mean, Sophocles?
Perhaps
I don't understand.
You see the land that was purchased recently for the Jewish community or the Israelis?
He didn't say, according to his interview, the land is not for the Israelis. It would be a tourist village. Okay. It will not be as their basic accommodation. He will make a winery there.
Do we have laws in place in the south to make sure that's true?
You mean if they are allowed to buy land? This is what you are talking about?
Like, you know, when we got planning permission, right? We've got planning. So someone has to develop a land, but they need to get permission from a council or from the government to do it. Do we have those laws in the ROC to stop someone who wants to build a village not to happen?
First of all, he's a European citizen because he has a Hungarian passport.
Yeah.
So he has the right to buy land. But I think the last 1-2 years, some laws were voted from our parliament to be a regulation about this.
Okay. That's good.
But I mean, I don't know much more. I don't know if you can stop a European citizen to buy land in Cyprus.
You can't stop them, but I think there should be laws of what they can do with that land. I think there should be strong laws.
These laws exist in all Cyprus. For example, if I have a plot in my village, I can't develop it as I like. There are regulations. There is a density, I think is the word.
Okay, so we're safe. We're safe then, basically. If we've got some laws in place, if an Israeli tries to build a village and just have it for Israelis, they're not allowed to do that anyway. That would be enforceable, right?
I saw the interview and he said he didn't say this will be for Israelis.
No, I know. I agree. But the newspapers are obviously finding information from somewhere. This is the problem.
Yes. Okay, some people would like to...
We've got facts as well, George. The facts are there's a huge increase of Israelis coming to Cyprus. That's the facts. That's the issue. If it wasn't a huge increase, I'd understand maybe he's doing it for tourism, but there might be another motive here. I don't know. I don't want to add to the tabloids, you know.
Yes, sorry, I was reading a comment. So
Muspada is here as well. Muspada, good evening.
Hi, good evening, everybody.
How you lot doing?
I wanted to ask George a question, if he can answer it.
George,
or Sophie, you know.
If I can, I will.
Or you, Sof, some kind of clarity. This village that was purchased, that's in the media, was it privately owned, or did the government sell this to this individual?
No. I read the interview today. He said that he went there a few years ago. He liked the area. And he asked for the Greek Cypriot owners, as I can recall, to buy a few houses. They gave the houses very cheap because the houses were abandoned and in a very bad shape. When he came second time, he bought another few, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses, and they sold the Greek Cypriots owners sold them, and then because the prices went high, he didn't. He stopped. This is what did you ask? You asked. He bought them from individuals.
So because in the media it says that it was previously Turkish-owned properties. I just want clarification on that.
I read this. Firstly, I read this. What you said. I read it. I read this also. But today I saw the interview. I read the interview, and perhaps I'm wrong. What I read is that the village there was not Turkish. It was the village next to Yerovasa, the Turkish village. So the owners were Greek Cypriots. And as I said, he bought them from individuals. And then
correct me if I'm wrong, George. Also, even if it was a Turkish village, didn't the Turkish Cypriots forfeit their deeds after 74 in order to, get property from the north?
As I know, not even one Turkish Cypriot lost his house. The houses that the Turkish Cypriots left in the south, most of them or all of them are rented from our government to Greek Cypriot refugees, but the titles are there. And as I can recall, in the 1990s, there was a case when a Turkish Cypriot went to the European Court. He demanded his house in Limassol, where the Greek Cypriot refugees were there, and he got it. I will find the name, but I'm almost sure that this happened in the 1990s. So, as I know, the titles are there. They are rented, but the people that live there know that they should leave if the owner, the Turkish Cypriot owner, return.
So this kind of goes back to my question. If some of these properties were Turkish owned, and that means that he purchased these with the government's permission, correct? Because they're not.
As I read, the houses had Greek Cypriot, the titles of this house were, yes, Greek Cypriot owners.
Okay.
This is what I read.
Okay, because we read a lot of stuff and it's all contradicting each other.
Yes, some things are, yes, I agree. This is what I read today.
Because you kind of compared it to Aykut buying loads of land in the north. So it's... But then Aykut bought property from private owners, not from the government. The way we see it as Turkish... As we see it as Turkish Cypriots, the land in the north belongs to a Turkish Cypriot. Correct? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Tell me again, my friend. You mean the land in the north? All the land in the north?
The land in the north. You compared it to Aykut earlier, saying that Aykut purchased land illegally. And the guy went to prison for it.
Yes, Aykut. Yes, the land belonged to Greek Cypriots. That's why.
Okay.
The land in Drigomo, where Aykut, I don't remember the first name. Aykut was the surname. Exploited and developed
Simon Aykut.
Simon Aykut.
Yeah.
Was a Greek Cypriot land. That's why the court decided to put him in jail.
Okay.
This is my information. This is what I read.
It's such a gray area.
It doesn't make, if you think logically, it doesn't make sense. You got Greek Cypriot abandoned land just above Limassol. It's abandoned. and the guy goes and buys the whole village.
You're wondering why it's abandoned in the first place.
Yeah, and I understand Turkish Cypriot land abandoned because we got about 103 villages abandoned since 1963, right? And yet you got Greek Cypriot land abandoned just above Limassol, most expensive place in the country, right? And the government sells it to Israelis. It just don't make sense.
Yeah, but Ken, hi. George is saying that in their media, this land didn't belong to Turks. It wasn't abandoned by the Turks. It was privately owned by the Greeks. But this to me sounds as if they're covering something up.
You believe that? You believe anything?
No. I'm just saying that it sounds to me that something's being covered up here.
Something doesn't.
Okay.
They sold the Turkish.
I think you are Kara. This is Kara. Muspada, you are Kara, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm not Kara. My name's Muspada, Mustafa Bada.
Okay. Anyway, I don't work in the government to see if the titles were belong to the Greek Cypriots or Turkish Cypriots. I read this in Philaeleftheros, a well-respected daily Greek Cypriot newspaper. No. It was in Politis, sorry. In Philaeleftheros, it was something else. I read the interview, and he said what I told you, that he went to the Greek Cypriot individuals, not the government. He bought from some of some titles, then he went for second time, and the third time he said that he will not buy anymore because the owners want much more than the first time. This is what I read.
It's just getting more diluted each time they print it out and they put it on the paper. First it was an abandoned Turkish village, then abandoned village. Yeah. Now it's about 2 houses, then 3 houses, 6 houses. Something is fishy here. You're not supposed to sell. You've been telling us that you never sell Turkish Cypriot land, yet you do.
Well, what do you think's fishy, Ken?
Sorry?
What do you think is fishy? What are you suspecting?
Well, it doesn't add up. I mean, Greek Cypriots crying about their land in the north, yet in the south they got a land and they're doing nothing about it. Is that common sense? Is it logical?
No, but I guess
if it's logical, then I shut up.
If it's an abandoned village and there's no power, there's no
abandoned
water,
village,
there's no services. Who's going to buy it? You know.
There is services. You don't need much services. Gas is not supply anyway.
No, there's water, electrics.
Yeah, the electric's everywhere in Cyprus. I mean, I know in the Turkish side, which we're supposed to be 10 years behind you, you've got electrics everywhere. So that's not an excuse. That's no here, no there. You're talking about the land. You're talking about 20 minutes outside Limassol, right? And you said it yourself. It's so expensive in Limassol. And 20 minutes outside Limassol, you got abandoned Greek Cypriot village, right? Abandoned houses. Okay, it doesn't make sense to me. It's not logical. You're talking about land worth hundreds of thousands.
I would say that there's a lot of that land, though, Ken, around Cyprus. Even if you do go outside Limassol, because there isn't people who are willing to buy it and develop it. This is the problem as well. Because most developers are big developers in Limassol buying on the shore or buying in hotspots like Ios Athanasios, right, in Limassol. And they know that's where they'll get their rental from the tourists, because locals can't afford, you know?
What you're saying that Greek Cypriots, they're not doing well?
They're doing well, but they're still living with their parents. They can't afford to buy half, maybe more than half of those properties that are for sale right now.
So the Greek Cypriots got abandoned land.
Who's going to buy it, Ken? That's the thing. Who's going to buy that abandoned land?
This is this guy's, what he said, isn't it? He's going to make affordable homes.
He will, apparently. He will, but I think that's not going to solve a problem.
I read now some paragraphs of the article. Trozina, according to the article, was a Greek Cypriot village. The next there were two villages next each other. The other one was Yerovasa, which was a Turkish Cypriot village. But in that area, the people were Greek Cypriots. So, if I am correct, and I think I am, these houses were owned by Greek Cypriots.
Yeah, okay.
Yerosava, I think, Theo. Yerosava was a Turkish village which was connected with Trozina, which was a Greek Cypriot village. We are talking about the houses in Trozina.
Migration, you got to be a good boy tonight, yeah? I don't like pressing that drop button, but, don't make it tempting. Okay, I guess he's already gone.
Yeah,
I think the only way to solve this problem with the foreign investment, because we're never gonna not need foreign investment. It's the only way to go forward. It's to try and encourage the locals to buy more. So if the Israelis come and buy 100 houses, then the locals should be buying 500 houses. It's the only way we're gonna keep control of our areas. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Even if we make affordable houses, I mean, what's the plan? Build like skyscrapers and put everybody in one building? It's not going to solve the problem. We need to be encouraging locals to be purchasing this land.
Personally, I feel sorry for Greek Cypriots. If this is the case, there is 20 minutes outside Limassol, there's houses abandoned by the Greek Cypriots, yet they're crying about their land, left, right and center, everywhere, every day. And it's abandoned and the young people can't access it to do something about it, and you're selling it to Shalom Brothers.
No, I agree. There should be incentives. If there's an abandoned land, we should be getting that land and maybe even getting a loan to develop it.
Yeah, it's bizarre if you ask me. I don't think you have anything like that in the TRNC side.
No.
What you don't have, Ken?
Sorry?
You said you don't have what?
Abandoned.
Abandoned. Okay.
Houses.
What I want to say,
we don't.
And that we live, is that if somebody believes that this shouldn't be happening, this should be in the whole island. That's why I mentioned Simon Aygud, because he did.
George, you're doing the whataboutism. We know why you mentioned it.
Because he did a project on a Greek Cypriot land, more than almost a square kilometer, and I didn't hear somebody complaining about this.
Why would we complain about it, George?
And now I hear complaints.
We've got an IPC commission. We haven't got anything, right? So you got way to claim your land, right?
So
whether you apply for it or not, it's up to you.
No one's complaining about the villages in the south either, George. None of us have complained. The media is not complaining. I think the aspect of the thing is that this land is being sold to Israelis.
Yeah.
No one's complained about it.
Even Fidas was saying the other day he had a chart and he's pointing out how much the Israelis taking over. But you're not worried about it, are you?
Firstly, this land is not sold to Israelis. The developer is a Hungarian Israeli. But
if you look at all the Shalom Brothers, they're either from Bulgaria or Afghanistan or whatever. They're all over the place. There's none of them from Palestine.
As I said, since he's a Hungarian, ROC cannot stop him from buying land, because I can buy land in Hungary also.
You justify anything, George. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You are correct.
George, if he was a straight out Israeli, can anybody buy land? Israeli guy?
Before you say Israel, straight out Israeli, what straight out Israeli? They're all from Ukraine,
George,
America.
No, but George said Hungarian passport. So I've come along. I'm Israeli. I've only got an Israeli passport. Am I allowed to buy property? The answer is yes.
No. I think if you are not a European citizen, you have some limitations.
Okay.
If you are a European citizen, you can
buy as
go
much as you
and-
like.
I think there is a limit, but surely for a European, it's much easier to have a work, to buy a plot, to do whatever he wants, because there is freedom of movement, of occupation. For example, I can go and work not in England, now in Germany, where I like.
You're wasting your time, George.
Yeah, well, you can't compare yourself with Germany. Germany has a massive land. It's got lots of different nationalities. You're a small island. You're not evolved yet. Your business not evolved
Jana,
yet.
I'm not saying this. What
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am
of course.
saying is that every European citizen can go to another European country and buy plot. This is what I am saying.
Yeah, I understand.
Unlimited.
But
I
my point is for
understand-
Cyprus, you shouldn't do
I
that because
understand the risks of the land giving to foreigners. I understand the risk. Everyone understands this.
Obviously, you don't.
Everyone.
George.
Every
I think in
single
North,
one.
am I right, Ken? I think last year there was a new law came, I think a year before last year. I remember Escape talking about it. Like anyone who wants to invest in Cyprus, if you're not from Turkey or North, that you can't buy it more than two, and then people had to sell if they had more than two.
They had that law, then they changed it, and then
It
they changed
doesn't
back
work.
again.
It
But if
doesn't
you look
work
at-
because you get a
We've,
local
we've
partner.
had that.
If you look at
We've
Turkish, if you look at Turkish Cypriots, if you look at a very example in Karpas, the Shalom brothers, they went one Israeli. He went and spent $100 million. He built a marina, a beautiful marina. Within a year, they got rid of him. Now Turkish guy owns it, right?
How did they get rid of him?
They bought him out.
Yeah, they bought him
Who
up.
did?
Yeah, one of our rich person. What
I
was
don't
his-
want to.
Oh,
They made
someone
him an offer he
Turkish
couldn't
Cypriot.
refuse.
Yes.
Yeah, they made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Huh?
They made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're not really worried about any of them because we can handle it. But you're in Europe, you're totally different ball game. They can walk all over you and you couldn't do nothing about it.
I agree with Ken.
You're joking.
Oh, wow.
aren't you?
Cyprus smokers.
Yes,
What did you
yes,
drink?
I agree with Ken because in the north they sell the land that belongs to the Greek Cypriots,
Yes,
and in the
yes.
south
Here we
we sell
go.
the land that belongs to the
Belongs
Greek
to Turkish
Cypriots as well.
Cypriots, yes.
So in the
It
north
sells
they
the
don't
land
worry
belongs to
about it.
Turkish
It's true, they
Cypriots.
don't worry.
Yeah. To be honest with you,
No,
Cyprus
20%
population-
only.
I
In the
don't
north,
think-
only 20% Turkish Cypriot land have title deeds that is recognized. The rest is
How many percent? How many
the
percent?
piece of paper.
How many percent? How many percent?
20%.
Since when? Do you know in 1960, when they
Yeah.
signed the constitution, Turkish Cypriot land was 35.5%. That's what it was.
80,
Sorry,
85,
30,
85, 99. It belongs,
1990,
Cyprus belongs to the Ottoman Empire.
1960, when they signed the constitution, Turkish Cypriot land ownership was 32.8%. You can check that.
Yes,
Right, that's a fact.
yes.
Now
How
today
they-
is 20,
Yes, how
37.
they
Cyprus
gypsy-
migration. How about the people who lives in
Don't
Turkish
make me
Cypriot
start.
houses and land? How about those developments in the
Yes.
south?
So,
You're not talking
as
about
I
that.
said, in the north, yes, in the north they sell the land to the Israelis that belongs to the Greek Cypriots, not the
Yes.
land that
Why,
belongs
why
to the
should we sell our land to? Why should we sell our land to Shalom Brothers? That's your job. You carry on doing it.
because
Because-
you will lose everything. You will lose everything. You sell our land, keep yours. You sell ours.
Yeah, well,
You all know that this is true.
yeah, we'll lose everything.
And also,
You
you
worry
don't
about
sell
that,
it. We actually
really,
going to
really-
get compensated, and most of it is going to get returned. So it's okay. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, yes. You're still sitting in the toilet.
Sof,
I don't take anyone sitting in the
Sof, are you
toilet.
here?
Yes.
Seriously.
Sof, έλα ρε, καληνύχτα φίλε μου. Θέλω να μπαίνω σε τις συζητήσεις. Νομίζω δεν υπάρχει λόγος, κάνουμε κύκλους. Ήταν για να σε ακούσω παραπάνω. I will say this in English also. Anyway, guys, good night for me.
Oh, George. Why are you so early?
I have to wake up early, that's why, Janan.
Oh, I know you're a teacher.
I came up just to say hi to Sof and just to share with you the information I read today for the Trozina. So I think...
Oh, I missed
I
it.
am
What
okay now.
information was it? If you don't mind sharing it quickly before you go.
I said it before that the Trozina has Greek Cypriot owners. The village next to Trozina was a Turkish Cypriot village, Yerovasa. And I said also that the bigger areas of land were sold to Israelis in the north. And I would like my Turkish Cypriot compatriots to complain for this also. This is what I want to say. Anyway,
also added
good night to all of you.
The land
Good night,
in
George.
the north.
Thank you.
Yes, the land that was sold,
Good night,
it was
George.
an illegal operation that it's land of the Greek Cypriots they are selling to the Israelis illegally, as you know, settlers and stuff like that. Yes.
Well, I don't know what Angel's got to say. Bottom left. I don't know if we've heard you before, mate. You're active in the
Can you hear me?
comments. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I completely agree with Cyprus migration. I think that Turkish Cypriots should really take a step back and look at their government and say, so I'm actually out, let me introduce myself. My name is Angel, aka my name is Otto. I'm from Germany. I actually have family who served in the UN peacekeeping mission in Cyprus as advisors.
Welcome.
So just going back on my point,
Yes, please. Yeah.
that the Turkish Cypriots should really take a step back and actually ask the government, actually, why are you supporting the Israelis? It's like the Turkish government even says that they'll never recognize an Israeli state. And so why is the Turkish Cypriot government turning around and saying, actually, we'll just sell the occupied land to them and make some money? I think honestly, the Turkish Cypriots have really been betrayed by their government, and they have been. And I'm going to say this, and obviously everyone else has their own opinion on it. I don't think the Turkish government actually knows what the Turkish Cypriot government is actually doing, because normally, if you have a puppet government, you would have, particularly in the Middle East and in the Mediterranean, if you have a puppet government, your overseeing government would be watching every move you're making. But the Turkish government has not come out and said anything about this. So I'm thinking that the Turkish Cypriot government has probably gone a little bit rogue and just said, fuck it, we'll do whatever we have to.
Angel, let me remind you that they are isolated, not recognized from the whole world, so it's their problem. What can we do? We can tell them, but they don't want to help themselves, so they are hostages to Turkey. It's okay.
No, but that's a good point from Angel though. If they were hostages to Turkey, wouldn't Turkey have intervened by now with what's going on with Israelis? Because they're obviously Turkey's anti-Israeli, right?
So for Glimo, you are into real estate. When dollar speaks, the rest becomes silent. So even the almighty Erdogan can obey the dollar of the Israelis, right?
Well, yeah, it depends how much dollar.
I think as well. I think as well that even the Turkish government, and it goes back to the whole fundamental Cyprus issue, is that the Turkish government doesn't, honestly, I don't think they really give a shit about Turkish Cyprus. Even Erdogan's come out and said the only reason why we have a Turkish Cypriot state and why we recognize it is to basically screw over the Greeks.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, he came out and even said.
Where and when?
I think it was when he first. Let me see if I can find an article about it.
Yeah, please. I've not heard that before. That's all. And it'd be interesting if that was the case.
Wait, bro, stop. Who is this
You
guy,
are
bro?
amazed.
So, I don't
This is
know.
my best
Gabriel.
friend.
He's just chatting
My
bad
best
shit,
friend.
bro.
This is Gabriel.
This is my best friend.
Oh, there you go. Cyprus migrated. I think I remember
see-
speaking to him before. Sometime I think you're a historian or something. I don't remember.
Oh, you must have failed that class.
No, he
Let's
said
see.
his dad worked in UN, no?
UN
His
peacekeeping
knowledge
mission.
on
Yeah.
Cyprus,
He's
his knowledge on
served in the UN.
Cyprus equals to his dad's effort in the UN, which is absolutely fucking nothing. The UN did nothing in the peacekeeping mission, and he knows fucking nothing. What are we talking about?
Hold on, we're awaiting some research. We're waiting an article. So.
Come up here and said with his chest that his dad or his granddad was in the UN and part of the peacekeeping mission. Like, that's something to be proud of.
What part are you proud of, Sahin? Shaheen? No part. I knew. It's okay.
Hang on, we're just waiting for some research to come through.
Yeah.
What did he say before he
You still
made
there,
it?
Angel?
Yeah. I'm just on my computer next to me to try and see if I can find the article.
I think
We
if
are
you're
all amazed
referring,
that this is true.
if he's referring
We
to
are all
20 years
amazed
ago,
that
I
this
would
is
believe it. If it was 20 years ago, I might believe it because Erdogan really.
What changed?
I don't know what changed.
So 20 years ago it was
Everyone
true, now
really
it's
wants
not
us.
true.
I mean, what has
Yeah,
changed?
yeah.
20
It's
years
like
ago, he
we
was
need
pushing the
to.
NAN plan, no?
You said
It's like
everyone
let's
really
even.
what?
Sorry. In
So
fact,
20
let's
years
even
ago.
look at. Oh, sorry.
All right, go on. If you've got
Let's
the
look
research,
at.
go on.
Let's look at Turkish Cyprus.
What do
Sorry,
you
the
mean by
Turkish
that?
side of Cyprus right now.
I'll
It's
come
like
back.
you.
Wait. Stop. What do you mean? 20 years ago,
Which
Erdogan what?
part? 20 years ago, Erdogan was supporting the Annan plan, right? So he wanted a federation, which means he was, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
Which
go on,
means he was
Angel.
what?
Which means he wanted a solution to
Okay.
Cyprus if he was pushing the Annan plan.
Okay.
So that's kind of like wanting to obviously offload the Cyprus issue. But let's hear Gabriel quickly.
Yeah,
He's got research.
The Annan plan was to his ideal for him. Wasn't ideal for the Greek Cypriots.
I don't know about that.
So it's like even if we look at nowadays, you look at the differences between the Greek side and the Turkish side. It's like you see this, like the Greek side is way more developed and way more. Where's the Turkish government on their side? It's like why aren't they?
Have you been to
Turkey
North
has-
Angel?
Man, you are fucking stupid.
Have you been
bro.
to North?
I can't listen to this shit. Can you get Escape up here?
Yeah, I know, I'm trying.
So
Wait, Angel, have you been to North
Angel,
Cyprus?
It's
Well, I'm
It's
currently
also
looking
part
at
of
live
the-
photos of it.
Bro, you
No,
are
have you
fucking-
personally been to North
I've
Cyprus? Yes or
personally
no?
not been, no.
Okay, how do you make the assumption then if it's been developed or not?
I've been there. It's true. Maybe it's because of the lack of education they receive in the north. Maybe I don't know. Maybe because of the mentality and also the isolation and the embargoes they have.
Okay, what about
So they
isolation?
can't do
What
much
does it?
about it.
You know what? I'm just thinking about North Cyprus recently, yeah? What they missing? Nothing. Recognition will change nothing in the country. They have everything. So what makes any other country superior than North?
Yeah, the mentality of
What mentality?
having
What
the
is the difference
state-
in mentality? Go
Yeah.
on.
Yes, it's a third. Yes, you see, you visit Pakistan. It's the same
Yeah.
as
Have you been to
Turkey, so
Pakistan,
the-
Cyprus migration? Have you been there?
Yeah, you're talking.
Yes or no?
Yes, you see.
You been there?
Yes, they are.
Have you
yes,
been
they
there?
are putting the fingers between the toes, like scrubbing. I have seen
Have
them
you
in
been there?
Cyprus how they
Stick your
behave.
fingers up your ass. Okay, whatever. What's the point?
Okay, so yeah, you see, undeveloped countries they can't help themselves. So
You know
it's a
what?
simple
North
things.
is more developed than South. I'm sorry to say that. I'm not saying it because I'm Turkish, but I'm actually thinking of investing in North, like buying summer house in North
But-
and South, because it's like hotel. You buy development there, it comes with everything.
Bruh,
Unfortunately, I
it's
can't do that in
love.
South.
It's stolen. Yes,
It's stolen or what? I don't
love.
care. Like, what doesn't make any difference?
Oh, you don't care. It's okay. Let's kill some.
As in, I don't care what
don't
title
wanna
deal
say-
I get. Like, I get
You
my
don't care, it's
house, and it's the politician problem, not my
You
personal
see,
problem.
this is
It's
the
politician problem. I'm not
this is a
politician.
Turkish mentality. Yes, you are.
Yeah, what's the
Turkish.
Greek mentality? You sit on Turkish
Yes,
Cypriot land.
You have an
yes.
article.
We don't.
It's the politician needs to sort it out, not me.
By the way, guys, I paid Jan to
So
cause some controversy. So,
So you know my account number.
So I found an article. I know it is quite an old article, but I feel like it might still be relevant. May 2019, May 21st. And this was reported by the foreignpolicy.com, a regional news site for Europe and the Mediterranean. And this is the headline for it. Turkey is hungry for a war with Cyprus. Erdogan has rarely been so weak at home or so aggressive with his neighbours in the Mediterranean before. He wants conflict. He wants invasion to justify himself. Is exactly what was the same thing we're seeing in Eastern Europe.
So, John, I will add something. If you have seen the news the last 2 months, the Turkish Cypriots were on the streets complaining about the situation with Turkey and what's happening with the economy in the north. So, please.
What's the
tell
economy
me
in the south? Is
how
that
is-
why you're selling houses 10 times more to someone Israeli?
Yes,
Why people living with their
have-
families, with their mums and dads in the south?
Yes.
Do you think everyone owns a house? Everyone buying
we
stuff
have
like this
a
every
tra-
night? Do you know the price?
You
Have you
having
been to
a
Alpha Mega
crumbling,
checking the
you know,
price
the
of
crumbling
flagging?
economy. You know that the
It's
economy in
the
the north
same
is
everywhere all
crumbling
around the
because
world.
of Turkey. It's not in the south, not in the
Everywhere
south.
around
We're
the world.
European Union.
So what
Yes,
is the European
third
Union? Do you
countries
get it
like
cheaper?
Pakistan and Turkey.
Pakistan
Europe
and
is
Turkey are
stable.
good friends. They do good trades together. What do you do trades with? Who do you do
Allah,
trades with?
Allah.
Third world countries, I know.
Allah, he just called Turkey a third
But
world
it's
country.
not stable.
Just let
Who
him talk.
did?
He did. Just let him talk.
It
When
doesn't
you're
matter.
having
Let him
cheap
think what he
labor,
Just let him
wants.
talk.
like you're taking advantage of people. You have cheap labor. In
Yeah, you got
Europe,
cheap
we
labor too. You
respect
bring them
people.
from Pakistan. Actually, you actually bring them from India, and then you pay them £500 for cleaning your house all day and night. That's your
They
labor.
come through the north. They come through the north illegally.
They don't come from north
come
illegal.
through
You
the
got
north
agencies bringing them
illegally.
from.
They cross the
No,
border.
you got agencies bringing them to Cyprus legally, and you use and abuse them. How about that?
No.
No,
Those
no,
are
it's true,
different.
you know
we
it.
have with countries like Philippines and India,
Yeah,
which
you bring
actually have
Filipinos,
some
Nepalese, you bring
mentality.
Indians to
Yes,
Cyprus
they're
and pay them
not
£500 a
Muslims.
month, and they work all day, all
Muslim
night.
mentality. Muslim
mentality.
countries are crumbling.
Bro, I swear
Pick all the
hold
Muslim
on.
countries.
You just said India has some mentality. Bro, they take cow poo and smear it on their face. What are you talking about?
Hey, you speak about the extremes now.
Is
It's
that
okay.
what you
I
like?
can go
Is that
into
what you want for Cyprus, yeah?
into
You like cow poo?
you see the Indians have been in the top of the world for many years now. You know it. I know you have an issue with Pakistan.
Cyprus
you're
migration,
really good
Indians,
friends.
10 of
Just
them
talk
sleep
out
in
your
one room
fucking
in
arsehole,
Cyprus
bro.
because they
Like,
can't afford.
there's nothing that you have said
Yes,
there's nothing that you have
those
said
are
in the
the
last 10 minutes that
Pakistans.
can constitute an intellectual thought. You're just fucking dumb.
So, last 2 months, you haven't seen the news. You are in the UK. You don't see what's happening in the north. So the Turkish Cypriots were in the streets complaining about the economy that is crumbling. They cannot buy things for the house. And in the south, we're living the life. So you can compare the two and decide what you want. I
What
cannot
life do you
listen
live
to
in
these
Cyprus
things.
migration? I'm just curious. What can you afford? Do you live in your own house or with
But
your
you're-
parents?
Yeah,
Or did you inherit
I'm
your
on
house
my-
from your parents? What
Wait,
kind of house do you live
I
in?
will
Is it like
count.
worth £200, £2,000, or is it worth millions?
Yeah, okay. So
No, it's just a
Guys,
question.
now I'm on my third.
Guys, I
So
wasn't
now
going
I'm
to
on
come
my
up,
third house.
but the
Go on,
reason the reason I decided to come up was the comment that you made. What's happening, guys? Shane, how you doing? There was a comment you made, Cyprus migration, that really perked me up, and I just want to clarify something. You commented earlier saying that Turkish Cypriots use their fingers to clean their toes and their feet. Are you referring to
Pakistan? I'm not talking about the
Pakistanis?
Turkish Cypriots. You stupid.
I think
you can
I think you're
understand English.
okay. I think you're referring
Close it.
to Muslims, aren't you? Are you referring to
Yes,
Muslims?
yes. I was referring to the Pakistanis living in the
Pakistanis.
south.
But let me tell
see-
you why they do that. Okay, let me tell you why they do it.
He knows why
But-
they do it.
while you were sort of rolling around in pigsties, the Muslims were washing their hands and feet 5 times a day. While you were dealing with illnesses and diseases and infections in the West, the Muslims were washing their hands and feet 5 times a day. So I promise you, although
while they were
may
fucking painting their faces and living in the trees and living in fucking sewage and throwing it out into the street and dealing with the Black Plague, we were fucking
exactly.
coming up with the fucking scientific method and the study of optics and algebra and bringing the Library of Alexandria and saving it, right? And preserving all of the Greek philosophers' works. What the fuck were you doing? You were bathing in your own shit, right?
This is
You were
planet
sleeping
Earth.
up to
What?
your ankles, and that's how you were living in Europe. And
So
you're gonna tell us
now
about what it
okay,
is to be civil. Who the fuck are you to civilize anyone?
okay. So
Okay,
actually taking a whole, yes,
Who the fuck
taking a
answer
whole
the question?
body.
Who the
All
fuck
right.
are you to
I will
civilize
answer.
anybody? Who are you?
Yes, let me answer to you. I
Go
will
ahead,
answer to
answer.
both of you
You
then.
fucking moron.
Okay. So, okay, I love you. So,
I
taking
don't love
an
you. I wish I could
isolated.
put my hands on you.
It's all right.
Not in a good way either.
Okay. Okay. You can't. You're too short. So,
Okay.
washing
I'm gonna say that
specifically.
again. Say that again. Say you're too
Yeah.
short. I'm gonna respond like you do. Go on. Say I'm short. Go on.
Okay. So, washing
No, please, just say it.
isolated
Just say you're
parts.
too short. Please say it.
Taxi, it's okay.
Please,
Don't
just say
worry.
it.
I've
God
never understood
made
this
you
short
the
thing,
way.
Shahin.
It's
I
I
okay.
don't, I
mean,
don't get
I've
it.
met you.
But
You're not
I
that
just
short,
want him to
mate.
say it. Please, just say it one more time so I can
Can
respond
I
like you.
answer?
Yes, just say you're
So,
short, please.
cleaning.
I want to respond like
It's
you,
okay.
please.
There, you are short. Okay.
Okay.
Well, bruh, that's Russian. You are the only one laughing. So, isolated washing, like if I wash my armpits instead of making a whole body bath, it's not something to brag about. If I
The reason why
isolate,
Europe, the reason why, one
scrub
of the
my
reasons
feet
why the
and
Black
isolate
Plague
it,
spread throughout Europe so rapidly, right, and was so devastating, is because you didn't fucking wash, you donkey. What are you talking about? While the Muslims were
I
washing themselves
can't.
5 times a day, right, because of ablution, because we have to pray, yeah, this is the reason why it didn't spread in the Muslim land. Okay? So don't teach us about hygiene. You can't
Trust me,
teach us
bro.
about
Like,
being
trust me.
civil. My friend, you call your fucking sons your daughter and your daughters your sons, and you're going to teach us what it is to be a human being.
You are talking about the UK, not Cyprus. In Cyprus, still we have
Are you
manners.
really, you want to go there? You want to talk about the number of... Anyway, I'm not even going to go there. Fuck it. I think everybody knows what I'm talking
Fix
about.
the UK. I don't know. Fix the UK first. I
We
don't
talk
know.
about the problem. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. People that know, they know what I'm referring to.
It's true. So I answered to you. Escape. Isolated scrubbing of body parts is not the same as bath. So what they are doing is wrong. They should like have a whole body shower once a day. It's enough, but they don't. So okay, I understand.
Well, look, I mean, it's not often we receive, advice from fellow TikTok what would you call yourself? A TikTok celebrity? A TikTok influencer? Cyprus migration. It's not often
Just,
A fucking TikTok ding dong, bro. That's what he is.
But let's come back to the Cyprus issue for a moment. You're saying that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is underdeveloped. Is that right?
yes, for the couple previous months, the Turkish Cypriots were on the streets complaining about how the north is crumbling and the economy is not going well. I haven't seen the Greek Cypriots doing the same. So if I compare the European Cypriots with the non-European Cypriots that follow the third world mentality, it shows that someone is doing the right thing and someone is not doing the right thing.
Okay, interesting.
In the north, they don't even have the options because Turkey is forcing them to follow this kind of mentality. So what can I do for them?
Well, let me
They
answer.
need to help themselves.
Let me give you a little bit of clarity on that. First and foremost, those out protesting were members of a union, and they were protesting about pensions. The Turkish Cypriots are very lucky to have multiple pensions, and some of those may have been placed at risk. When you talk about options, I remember very, very clearly my Greek Cypriot brethren, I like to call them, their money was frozen and they lost hundreds of thousands of pounds from their bank accounts when the Cypriot economy collapsed. You didn't have the option then, did you?
And imagine no one complained. The next day they went back to work. And
No one
where are we
complained.
today?
I heard about it all over the world, my friend. I mean, people are still complaining about that incident. But what we do know at the time is that the Russians managed to get their money out before it collapsed, didn't they? A lot of the Russians, I believe, and
Yes,
some of
they
the
came with
Israelis.
G6.
The
Yes, they
Israelis and the
came
Russians.
armed with their G6 to take their money from the central bank and left.
Yeah. Well,
Who
there you
would
go.
mess with the
So
Russians?
when you talk about economies, yes, the Turkish Cypriots might be concerned about their cost of living, but it's the Republic of Cyprus economy that's had an economic collapse in the most recent period. You've been bailed out by the EU, so has Greece. So when you refer to Turkey, Turkey is one of the biggest economies. In fact, Turkey has the biggest Muslim economy in the world.
He just took over Saudi Arabia for the biggest GDP in the region.
Indonesia, over $1 trillion of GDP. The GDP of Greece
That
doesn't
can't be
even,
right though, because Turkey's a third world country.
Well, this is it. So let's
Can I just
let's get it
quickly
right.
say something? I think the bank situation,
You know-
recently bank refunded everyone who was affected by that.
So you
Well, of
said
course they
about
did,
the
though,
GDP.
but it was the European Union that refunded everyone.
Yes,
I don't know who did, but they got
GDP of Cyprus might be 5 times more than Turkey, and also Greece has a higher GDP from Turkey.
Well,
So what are
that
you
comment in
talking
itself, Cyprus migration,
Tells you how fucking
tells us that
stupid you are,
maybe
bro.
you're not as smart as you make out to be. Maybe you're just not as smart as you make out to be, my friend.
Fucking hell,
But
man.
that's okay, because I've always said the Greeks are fantastic politicians. They're able to make us believe something that is not true. You made us believe for 100 years that the Turks are barbarians and the Turks are oppressors, but it's the Greeks that invaded Turkey, the collapse of the Ottoman Empire, coming in through Izmir and trying to get to the gates of Ankara. And it was the Greeks that invaded Cyprus and overthrew the joint Turkish and Greek government. That was a catalyst for Turkey's intervention. It seems that the Greeks like to play the PR card and they do it really well. But you've just been caught out. You're just not as smart as you think you are, or you make out to be.
Nice one, Escape. Vicken, you've been trying to say something. Go for it, mate.
Yeah, hi guys. I love Cyprus. Basically, the minute I saw this Cyprus thing, I love Cyprus. I've been there 8 times in the past. You know, I'm Lebanese, and we're only like 15-20 minutes away by aeroplane, and I've been in most of Cyprus areas. It's beautiful. I love Cyprus. It's a small heaven on earth, you know, for me.
Yeah, it's the same for us as well, my friend. What do you think of the political situation?
Whose team are you on?
Political wise, man, I left Lebanon like it's over almost 30 years. I'm living out of my own country, basically, you know, and politics are evil, man, you know. Sometimes we believe people, sometimes you don't believe them. When we believe them, and they all, I guess, it's puppets. So, you know, I guess it's all bullshit. It's evil. It's evil. I just say it's evil.
It's like Mastergas said in the comments. You came up to promote the island, mate. Thank you.
Say again.
Escape, you see, GDP per capita in Cyprus. Cyprus is the 29th worldwide GDP per capita. Greece is 49 GDP per capita, And you know where Turkey is? 64. So you idiot. What are you talking about?
Well, when you say per capita, I mean, Turkey's population is around 85, 90 million. What's the population of Greece? 12, 11, 12 million? You know, that you're talking about numbers
the
game
people, you idiot? Were we talking about the people,
I mean,
Yes, stupid.
What's the GDP per capita of the United Arab Emirates? You know? But when push comes to shove, these countries do not have the economic power to push their weight around.
Aren't you Turkish? You should be proud of being like a third world country. So guys, don't mess with me, please. I am very tired. You see now you got bad hurt. What is this? So Cyprus is 29th worldwide, Greece is 49th worldwide, and Turkey is 64th. So hello from the top of the mountain, my friend. It's really cold up here.
I mean, you know what? Cyprus migration. Let's just move on from that, because I want to clarify something, and I'm constantly having this debate with my Greek Cypriot brethren about the invasion of Cyprus by Greece. And every time I bring it up, people say, "No, hold on, let me finish."
Not intelligent about
let me finish migration.
GDP per capita, my friend.
Let me finish. Every time I bring it up, people say, yes, but it was a junta. Yes, but it was an illegal government. Yes, but. Look, guys, Greece, whoever was in charge of your country at that moment in time, decided to invade Cyprus and overthrow Makarios and Dr. Fazıl Küçük. That's just the facts. And I'll tell you something, Turkey's had so many juntas, so many coups, and they've never gone and invaded any of their neighbours or any of the countries that they're affiliated with in the past. But like I said, it's the Turks that are made out to be it's the Turks that are made out to be barbarians, but maybe it's you guys. I don't know.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah.
There's no maybe about it.
No. So why does United Nations act towards you like that? Why don't the United Nations make something to help you if you are in the right? Why?
I think this moron here, who's Turk bashing, I think he's forgetting. I think he's forgetting where this all started from. Why the Turks actually came to the island. Do you know why the Turks came to the island, my friend? Because of your people slaughtering the Turks. If you didn't do that,
Australian, my friend.
Exactly. I'm a Nazi and I'm a Turk as well. That's right. I'm 100% Turk.
You are a Palestinian as well, huh?
100% I am.
As a Palestinian.
That's right, my friend. Do you just realize the new missile Turkey just developed, the Yildirim Han? Yeah, that's right. And you're calling Turkey a third world country. You're calling Turkey a third world country, mate. The only thing that you guys have got is donkeys there.
You guys not even living in Turkey, not even live in Cyprus.
Yeah, they'll live 6 months in Izmir and they'll live 6 months in Australia.
And Darabi, I don't think he can hear you from the top of the mountain.
Funny.
So stop Turk bashing here. Everyone's like talking nicely, and here you are, just Turk bashing. Mate, Turkey's in the G20, my friend. Is Greece and Cyprus in the G20? Huh? So get your facts right, yeah?
Wow.
Wow, yeah, that's right. You're calling Turkey a third world country.
Yeah, Turkish people are
you got a lot of hatred
slaves. You are the
against the Turks,
64.
Stop hating us.
GDP per capita.
Hey, brother, the only friends that the Cyprian and the Greeks have is the Turks, mate, not the Israelis,
I don't remember any other time in history where the slaves were occupying the masters. I must have got that wrong.
So this is not true. Shaheen, who is occupying who? So you lost the war, you got isolated, you are begging your government, so-called,
how could you lose the war?
Cypriots.
You're lucky we didn't take over the whole of Cyprus, my friend.
What?
Flipping 80 million country couldn't get
brother,
the
you're lucky we
whole
didn't take
island
over
of
the whole
Cyprus.
island. And we stopped at the half.
You could. You could what?
Mate, we
You
couldn't. Mate,
couldn't.
we'll do it in 24 hours, brother. Don't poke the bear.
Do it. Do it. Do it. We are
If we
always
want, we'll
poking
do
you.
it.
You
Eh?
do nothing.
Malaka, we'll do it if we want.
So, my Turkish friend, you see, the GDP per capita of Turkey is 19,000. Of Cyprus is 45,000.
Don't worry about it. We've got 90 million soldiers there, bro.
It's okay, but they are useless. They are inbreeds. You know that Muslims marry to their cousins. They are inbreeds. They are cognitive. Their cognitive
Hey,
state
guys, don't
is
take
very
him
low.
serious, bro. Honestly, you
Yes,
can't take him serious.
That's
can
why.
you?
That's why you are
Oh
underdeveloped.
my, oh
You
my
are
God,
underdeveloped
brother.
country.
Stupid, man. Fucking hell.
Hey, brother,
You
the only
see,
friend that you guys have is the Turks, mate, all right? And you will find that soon, mate. When the Israelis start taking
so
over your island, when the Israelis start taking over your side, you're going to say, Turkey, come and help
there's
us,
the north.
please. Please.
They took the north. They took the north. The Israelis. Now they want to come to the south. So what are you talking about? It's worse
Mate,
for you. It's
hey,
not
brother,
better
you don't
for
have a
us.
clue, mate. You're a moron. You really are. You really
Yes,
are a
when you
moron.
come up. Yes, when you come up with actual arguments, come and talk to me. But your cognitive ability is not that high because of the inbreed problem. It's biological. It's not something
Yous are
different.
all Turks, my friend. Like, you know
Yes,
what I mean?
it's okay.
That island was occupied by the
Yes,
Turks for 400 years, brother. Don't forget that.
you
Even Greece, yeah?
you failed.
What you talk about the
Yes,
Byzantine Empire, this, that. Mate, they were East Romans. They weren't even Greeks. And you claim everything. You
300.
claim our food, you
Yes,
claim baklava, sarma, dolma.
okay,
You call it jajiki, it's bloody
okay.
jaja. Do you know the word what sarma means? It means to wrap. Dolma means to fill in Turkish. How could that be Greek? It's Turkish.
Okay.
Don't worry, they got yogurt as well.
Everything is Turkish.
Oh my God.
Yes, when you dig,
Yaprak. The word yaprak
you
means leaf in Turkish, and you call it yaprak sarma.
accident.
Sarma means
The
to wrap.
only thing, no, they still find Greek writings in the dirt in Turkey, and they call it Asian artifacts, and it's all Greek.
Mate,
So what are you
brother,
talking
you were
about?
East Romans. You weren't even Greek. You're the East Romans. And you call it
300.
Byzantium, Constantinople. It's been out
Yes,
for 500 years, bro. So get over it.
it's okay. 300,000 years was the Byzantine Empire, so it's
Yeah,
10
East
times
Romans, not
the
Greeks. Hey,
impact.
brother, not Greeks. East Romans.
But you are getting there. So 10 times the
Yeah,
impact
no
we
worries, brother.
had to the world.
Mate, take your
10
goggles off. Yeah,
times the
stop being a
impact
Turk
we
hater.
had
Look,
to the world.
look, listen. I love my Greek friends and my Cypriot
Anyway,
friends. I've got a
it's
lot of
okay.
Greek friends here,
That's
yeah, in Australia. But you know what? Like, I feel sorry for you, man. Stop being a hater. Honestly.
okay. We talk
You gotta
about
stop hating the
Cyprus.
Turks, brother.
Obviously,
The
you are
Turks don't
Turkish.
listen, the Turks don't hate you.
See,
Honestly. We don't teach our kids to hate you guys. But you teach your kids at primary school to hate us. We don't teach our kids to hate you. And we never did.
we don't teach them either. We
Of
don't
course
teach
you
them
do.
either.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course you do, brother.
Hey, I've showed some pictures, maybe some months ago to this live, of little kids from the north, in the Turkish Cypriot, from the school. The school organized for them to be taken to military camps, and they were showing them the guns and the military equipment. We don't do these kind of things. People go and do their military service, they get trained. Okay, if one day they need to do something, it's their decisions of how they will fight or not. But in Turkey, the militarized mentality, because of the uncivilized behavior, is very high. So it's a different kind of mindset. Everyone
I,
makes its decision, whatever.
jokes aside, but the island should be united, yeah? It should be united. There shouldn't be this much hatred. It should be united, yeah. I agree with that. But he's got to stop hating us first for us to take the next step. How can we take the next step if you just keep hating us? Just like the Israelis hate the Palestinians, yeah? How can there be peace? You come up here
Yeah,
and you're
you
talking
see,
about Turks this, Turks are barbaric, Turks are this, Turks are that. Like, how could there be peace? There can't
yes,
be.
we need to. Okay.
Yeah, you got nothing to say, yeah? That's right.
No, because I was going to say that the Israelis, they have issues with Hamas. Also, Fatah is not that bad. They are following some modern way of thinking. But Hamas, we all know what they were doing in the
All right,
last
can I ask
20
you a question, my
years.
friend?
So
Who
they
would
had
you rather
enough.
have living on the island, Jews or Turks? Honest truth. You got to answer
Turks.
me truthfully. Huh?
Turks. You are great Turks.
Well, that's it. Thank you.
But Turkish Cypriots, though, not the mainland Turks. Even though
It doesn't
even the
matter. We're all
mainland Turks
Turks,
are
mate.
okay.
It doesn't matter Cyprian Turks. We're all Turks. We're all Turkic
It's
tribes.
not.
Turkic.
Yes, okay, but in
Yeah,
Cyprus,
that's right.
people were
We're all Turks.
living.
There's no such a thing as
Yes,
Northern Cyprus Turks. They're Turks. Full stop.
it's not true. Eastern
Do
Turkish
you
people
classify
is not the
yourself as a
same
Greek?
as.
Do you classify yourself
I
as
am.
a Greek Cypriot?
And then, Abi, can you just allow him to educate us? Because we clearly have a case of mistaken identity.
You see,
Abim?
this is Cyprus is an island. You know where is Cyprus? Cyprus is not connected to it. It's an island. Cyprus is an island, so it's
It
not
doesn't
part
matter.
of
They're
Turkey
Turks,
or
aren't they?
Greece.
Yeah, but they're Turks, but
Yeah,
they're Turks.
you are Yes,
It
you are
doesn't
in
matter where they live.
Australia.
Where do you live?
You are
Yeah,
in
y'all live in Australia. I'm still Turkish, aren't I? I was born in Turkey. I lived 6 months there and 6 months in Australia. I'm still a
Everyone in
Turk.
Australia now is everyone in Australia now is Turkish because you go there.
No, I am.
No, bruh.
The Turks that live in Australia are Turks.
Let me help you. Biology of the
Hey, brother, you don't
Cypriots
have a
is
clue.
different.
Go and educate yourself a little bit, yeah? Take your goggles off,
Biology.
please. Please, brother. You don't know what you're talking about.
Biology.
Honestly.
Okay, let me help you. Biology of the Cypriots
You
is
don't need to
different
help me,
from the
brother.
Turks and Greeks.
You haven't got a
That you
clue,
understand
honestly.
this concept.
I'm actually surprised
Okay.
your Cyprian mates, your Greek Cyprian mates aren't saying to shut up because they're getting embarrassed by your comments. You don't have a
I'm
clue.
telling you, the Cypriot
You're telling me nothing,
biology.
brother.
I was about to come in and say there's two types of people in the world: Greeks and everybody who wish they were Greeks. There you go, migration.
I
You
like
happy now,
it. I like that.
That big fat Greek wedding tagline, man.
That's joke.
Gotta get
I
the
like
big
that.
fat Greek wedding in there, man.
Hey, guys, jokes aside, look, the Turks and the Greeks, all right, our culture is exactly the same. Our music's the same. Our mentality is the same. The only thing that divides us
So
is
they
the
stole
church.
it
Yeah?
all from us.
We go to the mosque, you go to the church. Mate, let's just get along. What's this hatred, brother? Honestly, mate. I watch the Greek media. Every day they're bagging the Turks. Oh, the Turks are doing these missiles. They're creating this.
Why?
They're threatening us.
Okay.
They're going to take over. Mate, we're not taking over anyone, brother.
We're just chilling, bro. Building
Have you ever
We're just
thought
chilling.
of why the United Nations isolated you and not us? You ever thought of it?
Ah, that's funny.
Oh, my God. Come on, brother. Please. Cyprus is
Maybe.
going to become a state of Turkey soon.
You see, you continue with this mentality, in 1,000 years, you will still be isolated. So,
Man,
what can
you're
I-
lucky we didn't take over the whole island, brother. We stopped halfway.
You couldn't. That's why you lost the war.
What do you mean we couldn't there?
You made.
Of course we could have. Hey, we
why
took over
didn't
in 24 hours.
Why didn't you? There was a war. Why
And we
didn't you?
stopped.
You only took like
But we didn't want to go any
30%.
further.
You couldn't. You found resistance.
Why?
You couldn't continue.
I say yous were going to get it over us, were yous? I don't think so, brother.
What happened? You help me. I don't know. Please.
Let's just
What
get
happened?
along, man. Mate, let's just love each other. Look, you're small kids in Cyprus. Teach them to love Turks, not to hate Turks. Honestly.
if Cyprus unites, I
It
don't
should
have
be
an issue.
united. It should.
Yes, yeah, there are like international recognized solutions that all countries are talking about, except Turkey. Turkey is talking about the
Hey, brother,
two-state.
look, 20 years ago, Turkey supported Cyprus becoming a federation. They had a vote. The Turks voted yes.
That
You
was
guys voted no. Okay?
that
Don't
wasn't a
forget that.
federation.
Yeah,
That
but the Turkish people
that
voted
plan.
yes, yeah? How come you guys
Wait,
voted no?
that
Because you
wait,
don't want to
that
unite.
plan.
Really, you don't want to unite. You just want to take over.
No,
Yes.
we knew
You just want
it
to
was a
take
bad
over.
solution.
You don't want to unite.
And we don't care. Annan plan was giving exclusive economic zone to the British. The British, the same area, now we found natural gas. The British, with the Annan plan, were after the natural gas of Cyprus. We wouldn't fall in that trap by Turkey and the British. So they could shove the Annan plan and get civilized. That's what we are asking. There are European laws. You are living in a British civilized country, Australia. Go live in Pakistan, right? You love the Pakistanis. Go live there. Huh?
We love the
Let me-
Pakistans. They've got
let
a
me have a
nuclear
look.
bomb. That's right. We love the
Yes.
Pakistans. They've got nuclear bombs. You know what?
We
Their
love the
nuclear bombs
French
are their
and
nuclear
the
bombs as
Israel.
well. Don't forget that, yeah?
Okay,
Careful
so
before
you are
Pakistan's gonna make the
changing subjects.
And you just keep loving the Jews and let the Jews take over your island. And when the Jews take over your island, they're going to kick all of you out. And then you're going to come to the Turkish side. Go, help us, Mehmet, Ahmed, help us. Hey, mate, it's a fact, brother.
Quickly. So Pakistan, out of the 194 countries, their GDP per capita is 162.
Why do you hate
They
the
have the
Pakistanis for now?
least.
Why are you having to go at the Pakistanis for
Yes,
now? Why you hate
yes,
the Pakistanis?
they are citizens. In Pakistan, their citizens are slaves to the country because they are having
Oh,
the
so we're
least
moving from
amount
Turkey to
of.
Pakistan now, are we?
It's all economy, my friend. It's all economy. Cyprus, Republic of Cyprus,
All
has
right,
the
yeah.
29th
You know what, my friend?
highest
I'm going
per
to say
capita.
Sagapur to you. I love you, but stop
Okay,
hating us
I
because
know.
we don't hate you guys.
No, I'm just talking
Honestly,
facts. FACT,
we don't hate
it's
yous, mate, but
facts.
I can hear your passion that you really hate us, like with a passion.
It's okay.
Don't, brother.
It's okay, man. We hate him just as much as he hates us.
I don't hate him, brother. I honestly, look, I've got a lot of Greek mates and Cypriot
I think
mates
you're
here.
alone then.
Greeks, Turks.
You're alone on that.
There shouldn't be any hatred, mate. Everyone should just get along to live with each other but people
Yes, I
like him,
agree.
I don't even know his name. What's your name, brother?
It's Yorgos. So
Probably George, yeah? Mate, they're all Georges.
yes,
Yorgo.
yes. So
Stop hating us.
before the 50s, Cyprus has this problem because of the Cold War. Because Magarios wanted to be friends with the Russians. So NATO said, no, let's put the Turkish inside. They can have a little bit of a land, job done. They don't care about the people on the island. It's all military for them, for NATO, for Russia. The people, we are going to have the issue because of what they want to do military-wise in Cyprus.
Hey,
So
Yorgo,
we
where do you
can
live? I'm
argue.
just curious. Where do you live, Yorgo? In Cyprus or England?
Limassol.
Oh, you live in Cyprus. Okay. Beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So this is how I see things. My grandfather was speaking Turkish and Greek. He was 93 when he passed away, like 2 years ago, 1 year ago. He told
God
me
bless his soul.
before we didn't. Yes, for every Cypriot. Before we were living well along with the Turkish people. It wasn't a problem. But
What was the problem
NATO
then?
and the Russian, yes, they divided us. The British came in. They divided us. I
Yeah,
didn't.
but why are you hating us
I
still,
don't.
bud? Like you saying that the British
Not.
done this and that, but you hate the Turks. Why is that?
No, the Turkish government and the Greek government and the British governments are the problem. The people
Yeah,
were
but brother,
living
what was
side by
Turkey
side
supposed
for
to do when our
centuries.
All right, brothers, what was Turkey supposed to do when you were killing our people, brother? What, stand by and do
Yes,
nothing? If Turkey
constitution.
didn't get involved, all right, you know the
A
Israelis
lot,
what they're doing to the
you're crazy.
Palestinians. You guys would have done the same to our
Yes,
people like the Palestinians,
my
brother.
friend.
I promise you. I promise you.
Yes, I accept. I agree with you. I accept they should
I promise
intervene.
you. The Turks in
The
Northern Cyprus would have been like the
constitution.
Palestinians.
Wait, the constitution said that Turkey can intervene to
Turkey
have
can do
the
whatever they want, brother.
constitutional.
They can't stop Turkey.
Yeah,
Turkey's a
yes,
powerhouse.
let me. Okay, you think whatever you think, but in
Not I think, we are, brother.
1974.
We're the
That's
eight,
okay.
mate, we're number 8, the biggest military in the world, brother, number 8. So don't poke the bear.
You couldn't get the small island of Cyprus. What are you doing?
Mate,
Don't
we
make
got
me
half
go
of
back.
it, didn't
It's
we?
funny. It's funny. It's not half. It's 1/3. It's
You know
okay.
what?
You
You
can
know
have
what? The
some.
truck drivers in Cyprus would take the other half if they wanted to.
So you see, the problem is not the intervention, but the continuation of the invasion for 50 years. They could restore the constitution that they
Hey
both
guys,
agreed,
can you
the Greeks
support
and
me
the
here?
Turks.
I'm done.
You lost the war. It's okay.
Okay, bro.
You
I
lot have
still
been
love
going
you.
rounds. You've been going rounds. So
Sorry, Abby, you're on your own. I just refuse to engage with this guy, man. Bring someone else up.
Şahin, say something abim. Abim konuş, bir şeyler söyle.
To this guy,
Sesim kalmadı.
talking to this guy is a
You're
complete
doing
waste
pretty
of
well,
time.
to be
If someone else
Abim
comes up,
vallahi
I'll
yoruldum
chat
burada
to
ya.
them.
Sanki duvara konuşuyorum burada.
Capability to bring
Ay,
up
si git duvara konuş.
arguments. Always the same thing. Anyway, mascarallicchia, we say. Mascarallicchia.
Another thing, the Zeybek is the Turkish dance. Why are you claiming that as well?
O benim soy isim.
I am only eating like bread and water. I don't know about anything else. It's okay.
Hey, what a great life it is,
Anyway,
man. Honestly, this is a beautiful life.
Cyprus-ish. They will solve it sometime. Maybe Erhürman, you know CHDP, Mr. Ender, you know CHDP. So Erhürman is for unification of the island. Let's hope
I
they
can
find
definitely
a
see
solution.
Ender and Migration being really good friends. I don't know why. I just get that vibe like you
I
guys
want to
would
ask
get along.
Yorga, what's his favorite food? Yorga,
Favorite
what's your
food?
most favorite Turkish food?
What is it's how do you call it that with the yogurt and
Cacık.
the hot plate? No,
İskender.
like
İskender. İskender.
yes, and
Yeah.
midye paglava and midye
Oh,
paglava
nice.
fistik. After that,
Yummy.
yes. Anyway, guys, I will go.
Oh, thank God.
I will go. Yes, you can. Because
I brother, you go and start reading your books and learn a little bit more about history and then come back, okay?
people in Cyprus were living for more than 10, 20, I don't know how many thousand years. So these are the people who were living here. They came from Turkey, from Greece, from Lebanon. Every country that is around us has left its sign here, has left its mark.
Did you do a DNA
So-
test? Do you know what your background is? Like,
Probably have some Arabic DNA in me. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I
haven't
promise
done
you, 51% of your DNA will be Turkish.
But I have no idea. If I take the map, logically, if I take the map, I should have something around Cyprus. This is logical, and maybe I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
God bless you, brother.
Bye.
See you later, mate. Yeah, you know what? The comments are true. I think you wore him down, man. You wore him down. We've not really seen that before, to be fair. I think he made his Turkish match. Yeah, I feel like you won that, man. Congrats.
Mate, I was just saying the fact. Look, please, guys. Look, I don't hate Greeks. I don't hate Cyprians. I've got a lot of family friends of Greeks, Cyprians. They come in my house. I go in their house. We dance together. We eat together. We drink together. I promise you. But this needs to stop, man. This hatred. It's horrible, man.
So what do you
Honestly.
suggest? What do you suggest, Endo? What do you want us to do? Because not everyone is hating the Turks. I'll be honest with you. I've lived in Cyprus.
Of
I know
course not.
Cypriots, and it's not everybody. It's about, let's say, look, let's be realistic and say 20% of the population.
Okay.
Right. Let's say 20%. I agree that's still a lot of people. But what do you want us to do about it?
I got just.
Or you think it's more?
Mate, they
Shaheen?
first
Oh
need to,
yeah, big time.
They first need to stop teaching their kids to hate us too, yeah? At an early age.
That's
which
at
they
home.
do, yeah?
Yeah.
Honestly, they do.
That's at home.
You
I
know
wouldn't
that,
say
I know
schools.
that.
It's not in schools. I wouldn't say hate in schools, but I would say some Greek schools might misinterpret
A lot
the
of Greek
past.
schools.
Bro,
And then you got the
They
priest.
misinterpret. They don't hate. They don't teach the hate, but they might misinterpret the history. They might start history from a certain time. They might not, they might not go back further enough to tell the full story. But I wouldn't say they force people to hate Turks.
bro,
I think that happens at home.
Nah, that's not true, Sof. We've heard it, bro. Heard it time after time. People going to Greek school and having to sit there and listen to their teachers teach them how much Turks are barbarians and how all the bigotry that comes out of their mouth, and it's institutionalized from the schools. And not only that, those individual accounts of people going through that is then corroborated by a professor that comes from the European Union and is charged with going into Cyprus and reviewing its education system on both sides, and found that actually the Greek system, the education system, is unbelievably bigoted towards Turks. So this isn't bullshit. We're not pulling this out of thin air. This is fact. Racism towards Turks is institutionalized.
It was, Shaheen. It was in the past.
Well,
Thankfully,
okay,
it's changed.
That
and
report, I think, was in 2008, Sof. Yeah? Right, so let's walk me through it. Let's say you were born in 2008. How old are you now? 18. Yeah? Let's say you was already in school. Let's say you was let's say you were 8 years old, right? Now that person is now 26 years old, right? 26 years old and 18, you're talking about the next generation of people. You're talking about the next generation of people that are going to be leading your country. So you can't say, oh, it's not anymore. Those people were already taught certain things about Turks, and they're going to be the next leaders of your nation. So it doesn't matter that they're not doing it anymore. So long as that is in place, you're always going to have this bias towards Turks, and so long as you have that, we're never going to come to any.
The difference that we have in 2026 that we didn't have in 2008 is that people can research and find their own truth. So regardless of what we were taught in school, we don't take that.
But then, Sof,
As facts.
That aside, you still have the rhetoric that's spun in behind closed doors in people's families. So
that's right. That's the part I was talking about. There are still people personally and teaching their children to not like Turks. I agree with that. But I'm sure that's the same in some Turkish countries as well. I mean,
No, it's not, brother. I promise you it's not.
Not all.
I know someone. She's a very close friend of mine, and I got so much love for that girl. It's unbelievable. Yeah, she's a Greek Cypriot, and she teaches what do you call it? She teaches in Greek school. She teaches kids Greek. I got no doubt in my mind that she's not going around teaching.
No. But let me give you an example, though, guys. If a Turkish girl was going to marry a Greek guy, what would the family say?
A Turkish girl was gonna marry a Greek guy.
Yeah. What would the family say?
I don't know, bro. I'd never.
I'll tell you what I say. I've got 2 girls, okay? I've got 2 girls.
How would you feel if they married a Greek?
That's a different question.
I promise you, if my daughter come up to me and said, Dad, like I'm in love with Yorgo or Spiro, mate, the first thing I would say, love, do you love him? If she said yes, mate, go for it. I'll support her. There's nothing wrong with that, mate. We live in this world now where, look, mate, I live in Australia. You know what I mean?
What would your parents have said?
You said Turkish people. I mean, I can't speak for all Turkish people, but if you're asking me, that's a different question. It's a different answer.
No, I'm asking Turks in general, because maybe 50 years ago that wouldn't have been the right thing.
Well,
but us today are okay with it.
I've said it so many times, bro. Like, for me, the number one thing that matters whether he's a Muslim or not. I don't give a shit where he's from, and I've said it time and time again. If I had a daughter, I would give my daughter, if she was in love with someone like that, to a Greek that was a Muslim, to a Turk who was an atheist, bro. There's nothing to even talk about. That's the only important thing. The fact that he's a Muslim. I don't give a shit where he's from. So for me, that's a non-issue where they're from or what country they're from. The only issue is whether they're Muslim or not. And
you both got a hard question in the comments. Just was asking, what if they bought Cyprus migration home?
Then I'll have to put him in a packet, bro. Like,
yeah, but he was Muslim.
Sorry. On to the next one.
No, he's Muslim though. He's Muslim.
I don't care. I don't care.
That's where you draw the line.
I don't accept his conversion. I'm sorry.
Converting back. That's where you draw the line.
Well, I'll put the crucifix around his neck, and then I'll just
send him back.
Fucking hell. I can't stand that guy. I'm sorry.
The only people that I wouldn't want my daughter to marry is a Jew. The rest, I don't care. Cyprian, Greek, Nigerian, Afghan, Pakistani. Oh yeah, and an Indian. A Jew and an Indian, I wouldn't agree.
Wait, did you say Cyprian?
No, Cyprian can't marry my daughter. I don't care. I love Cyprians, but Indians and Jews.
They're like an alternate universe.
Exactly.
What if he was a Jewish Indian? Then what?
Oh no! I'll nuke you. Imagine that. Oh my god. I wonder if there's any Jewish Indians, man. I've never seen one.
Bro, you should see them in the comment sections on Twitter, bro. Just
I promise you, I have never seen a Jewish Indian. I could be wrong. I don't know. There are a lot of Indians in England.
Yeah, I like the Indians, bro. I like they're good people.
I didn't say they were bad. They believe in cows, mate, as their god.
Oh yeah, that's different, isn't it? Like,
they even wash themselves with the urine of the cow.
Yeah, that's mad. Have you seen that thing that they did? Where it's not wife swap, it's another one. I think it is a wife swap, but like an international one. Then the American
they swap their wives.
Yeah, they basically the one wife goes and lives with the other family.
Oh no! And what do they do? Bang each other?
No, it's just, they cook, they clean, they basically experience what it's like to be in that family. And then at the end of the show, they sit around the table and then tell each other about their families. So it's quite controversial. But there's one where the American girl goes to India and then they start getting the cow urine and then just wiping it all over the house because it's like, it's mad.
That'd be interesting, like a Cyprian went to the Turkish family and the Turk went to the Cyprian family.
It's not Cyprian, it's Cypriot.
All right, this is Australian accent coming out. We speak different down under. You guys speak the proper English in England. We don't.
I think it doesn't matter. It's just dialect.
Yeah, it's just the accent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I had a laugh today. I love you all. It's a really good live as well, yeah. Good on you guys.
Well, what's Australia like, mate? Since we're off the topic of Cyprus, anyway.
Mate,
Why don't you tell us
Australia's
what you
good,
get up
man.
to in Australia?
Mate, I've got pokie venues, like little mini casinos where they gamble. That's my livelihood.
Or you would love North Cyprus?
Oh, 100%. 100%. So I'm in the gambling industry. I live 6 months in Melbourne and I live 6 months in Izmir. Australia's good. Australia's good. Australia's easy life, yeah. People are easygoing. Life's good. The weather's really good.
So you got casinos in there. Is it business, big business in Australia? Because I met someone, they had Casino Empire from Australia.
Yeah, 100%. It's pretty big, yeah.
We used to work. We used to work with. I don't know if you know the Packers.
Oh yeah, Kerry Packer, yeah. Of course
Yeah,
know
we
the
used to work with them in London. Yeah.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. Do you know him?
I don't personally know him, but yeah, he's they're the richest family in Australia. They were anyway, but
Not
his
Kerry, his
casino,
sister. Worked with his sister.
his casino business, he sold it now. So
Billions, right?
Oh, billions of billions. It's called Crown Casino in Melbourne. It's been sold, and he was building one in China and it went bankrupt or something because the Chinese government tried to charge him with corruption and stuff like that. So he had to hand that over to the Chinese government. And I think that was in Macau.
But why don't you move your operations to North Cyprus? Have you thought about that? Or because everything's going online now anyway, no?
No, I didn't actually, but
Yeah.
no, I
Here's your
couldn't do it.
opportunity.
Their mentality is different, my friend. The mentality of the Turks completely different than the mentality here, yeah? It's very hard to do business in Turkey or Cyprus. Very hard.
Well, as a foreigner, technically you're a foreigner, right? When you go to Turkey, do they see you as
Look,
Turkish or Australian?
Australian. Here they see me. Here they see me as a foreigner,
Yeah.
and I've been in this country all my life. And then I go back to Turkey, and they see me as a foreigner. So it's it is what it is. Yeah. You go to your home country, and they see you as a foreigner. They go, "Oh, look at that Skippy, kangaroo Aussie."
Skippy. Is that what they call you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then in Australia, like when I was like in school here, like we had a lot of racism in this country, yeah. So in primary school and high school, all the Turks, the Greeks, the Italians, we all used to stick together.
Yeah. Same in England.
Yeah, against the Aussies, yeah. They used to treat us really bad, and they used to look down on us, and they used to spit at us. So we used to have punch-ons every day, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And how old were you when you moved to Australia?
Excuse me?
How old were you when you moved to Australia?
I was 2 years old.
Oh, okay.
I'm 48 now.
Yeah.
I was 2 years old when I came here. I was born in Turkey. My parents went back to Turkey 30 years ago for good. All my family. They all packed up and went back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was hard, yeah. Like Australia had a lot of racism as well. And still do. Like in Melbourne and Sydney, not as much, but when you go to the top end like Queensland, all the rednecks, like they hate all foreigners.
Here's a controversial question. You know, you kept saying Cyprus migration, you need to stop hating on Turks, stop hating on Turks.
Yeah.
But you get that in a country in the world, like everyone gets that.
Yeah, they do. It's sad, isn't it? But it's sad.
Yeah.
I don't know why there's that much hatred. Yeah, it's
As in,
not
there's
good.
racism everywhere around the world.
100% there is. 100%.
But then you need to ask also, what is the racism difference between Greeks and Turks? This is a hard one
That's
as
what I was
well.
about to ask. Who do you think the Turks are racist towards?
I think, like, we have certain words that other countries as nationalities don't have. For example,
Gold.
Gavur, yes.
Yeah, but
Like-
Gawad, it means something. It's not just against like a specific group of people. It's for a whole entire people.
Yeah, but isn't that a bit of racism?
I appreciate that, Shaheen. Not racist to one, you're racist to all. That's
That's
nice.
what I mean.
Very thoughtful of
Are
you
we
guys.
racist?
It's not. Wait.
Don't discriminate, guys. I like it.
Wait. We
Everyone-
equal opportunist racists, bro. By
Yeah,
the way.
that's it.
Right.
Go respect us.
Listen. It's not Gaon. It means like it's almost like a kafir. It's like a non-believer. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with a person's race or country. Just like the word kafir is not racially charged. It just is what it is. You're just not a believer, isn't it?
But isn't there a bit of racism towards other people? That's not Turkish.
No, not at all.
Hmm.
It's an identifier. You are not a believer. You are a kafir. Not you, but whoever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I was thinking, I get why Australians might be racist to Turks, but I don't get why Greeks and Turks are racist to each other.
Because it's like a.
Is it the language? Is that the only difference that sort of divides us, and the religion?
No, there's so many things that divide us, bro. So many things.
Keep stealing stuff, man. Our food, like Annette says, our food, our dance.
Jacked our whole identity, bro, and just claimed it on the world stage, bro. Allow it. But real talk, I don't think like Greeks. I don't think they're racist towards Greeks. Do you know how? I think Greeks and like mainland Greeks and Turks get on better than
I do agree with Shine, yeah.
Greeks and Turks from Cyprus. They love each other. When they go to each other's countries, they fucking can't get enough of each other.
But you know what? Is it because the Cyprus issue is still there? It's not resolved. Like it's still waiting for someone to sort it out. Like it's still on ceasefire.
Could be actually, yeah. That's a good point because we haven't resolved our problem.
Yeah, like Greece and Turkey sorted it out. Like we have our own line, and your country, I'm my country.
I think Theo's asking a question as well. He's saying an Arab on Friday told him that Turks are kafirs.
So okay, that's good to know. Thanks. I hope he keeps doing good. Whatever he does is coming to me. Oh, what a fucking donut. I had a Somali guy come up and say that as well. Cool. And he was saying the most outlandish stuff towards Turks and specifically Turkish women.
Yeah.
Wow.
Demand.
But these people, then they masquerade as Muslims and they talk about that, like, whatever. Yeah, I genuinely don't know who Turks are most, like, racist towards. I would say Armenians, but I don't even think they are, to be honest with you. I think maybe Kurds, you know?
What Kurds? What about Kurds?
I think they're racist more towards Kurds than anybody else.
What Turks? I don't think so. Not anymore. I can't say that.
But, like, only, like, if you take the last 100 years, now it's not. You still get some assholes that are, but for the most part, no, it's not there anymore. But 80 years prior to that, I think the number one, focus of the racism from Turks has been Kurds.
Possible. But Kurds they got armed and then they went up to mountains to fight Turks.
Yeah, so they say.
Hmm. But you know what? Speaking of Armenia, like there's the relationship between Turkey and Armenia is getting like stronger. I do see the same for Cyprus. Like maybe not this prime minister, maybe not next one, but maybe the following one will make a deal with Turkey and will say, you know what? Let's make a deal. Let's sort it out. I'm gonna sign it. I'm gonna put my name on it.
Bro, I think the Greek Cypriots should be begging for someone like Pashinyan to come in and be the leader of the ROC.
But did Armenians know that was his fault from the beginning? Or did he start showing his real faults after he became prime minister?
No, I don't know. I don't want to comment because I'm not well versed on his politics prior to being elected. But the things that comes out and says is fucking, it's unbelievable to listen to it. Because it's like he's pulling back the curtain a little bit and trying to let people in on the reality of the situation between Armenians and Turks. The other day there was a video. He's talking about what's it called, that Karabakh or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was, I just couldn't believe what he was saying, because
Yeah.
the as a leader of a nation, it's probably your duty to defend your own narrative, right? You don't spill state secrets, kind of thing. You know, you kind of, even if it's bullshit, you kind of keep up the bullshit just to say fuck.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but he's just saying the truth, but
Yeah,
see,
but
they've woken up to themselves, yeah?
you don't expect
That's
that,
why
man.
they've woken up to themselves and saying, look, the more we fight with Turkey, we're not getting anywhere.
Nowhere.
That's what Cyprus has to do.
What would that look like though for the Cypriots? If, let's say, tomorrow we decided let's make a deal with Turkey and not bow to Turkey, but just work with them rather than fight against them. How would that look for Cyprus? What do you think will happen?
Well, first of all, Pashinyan's not bowing to Turkey. He's the only probably Armenian politician with some sense. All right. I ain't got a clue what it would look like, but I can imagine it would be a lot beneficial for Greek Cypriots. I mean, you're gonna open up the Turkish market as access to another 90 million people, right? And you know what people in Cyprus are like? They're very business-minded, business-orientated. So I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a lot of people earning a pretty penny.
Yeah, it's not just Turkey. What's beyond Turkey? So who's Turkey connected to? You know,
fucking everyone.
Asia.
Everyone.
Yeah, because right now we've not got a very sustainable way of getting to Asia or coming into Asia. You know, it's not coming through Turkey. I mean, it is, but not on paper. You know, because even some of the clothing, you know, like you can't say it's made in Turkey. People just rip the labels off and just sell it anyway. So it's
actually.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of stuff does come from Turkey, but not officially. You know, it's coming from the north, so it's almost like it's getting taxed twice.
Oh my god!
And it still works better for them than going direct to Asian markets or going to, I don't know, South America. So yeah, the market would open massively, but are we ready for that? Are we ready for?
This kind of thing is like you kind of have a Turkish mentality, like especially the ones in Cyprus. It's like they want their cake and they want to eat it. You can't have everything. You know, you have to. They want all the support, but they don't want the people to come over there. They want to be left alone. Fuck off. You know, it's a give and take. It's a give and take.
It's sad to say, but I don't think the island would ever be united, to be honest. I think the only solution would be a two-state. I can't see them uniting. It's sad, but I just can't see it happening.
I think a two-state's just unlikely, to be honest with you, than a unification would be because of politics. You know, we've got friction between Europe and technically Turkey. So
100%.
it's never Europe will never agree to a two-state at the risk of upsetting a European state. And then Cyprus is always going to veto it anyway. So
I don't really think they give a shit, man. They'll do whatever they want to do, whether Cyprus likes it or not. Do you think?
I'm sure they want to.
I think Cyprus is jumping for joy at the fact that the European Union is heavily leaning on Turkey for its military. Do you think the Cyprus likes that? Do you think when they done the what do you call it? What was that thing called where Trump went to Egypt and they done that little board of peace fucking gimmick?
Oh yeah.
Abraham.
No, the
Abraham Accord. Yeah,
that's something else. The thing for Gaza, every nation that signed up, and Turkey was one of them. And on one hand, you had Trump in the middle, and sitting right next to him, you had Erdogan, and sitting behind them was the leader of the ROC. You should have seen the look on his face. Could write a whole fucking movie just about that look on his face.
100%.
Right? He doesn't like it. So people will do what they want to do because it benefits them. Give a fucking shit what the ROC has to say. They'll do what benefits them.
You know what? I did see a post on X. Erdogan was mentioning that. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he wasn't happy about Greece and Cyprus constantly vetoing on Turkey. He said something like threatening to Cyprus, but I don't remember what he said.
You know what was Turkey's biggest mistake around probably 40 years ago was, do you remember when Greece left NATO and Turkey voted them to come back in? They shouldn't have.
It's probably
That's the biggest mistake Turkey did.
Yeah, what is Greece being in NATO to do with anything?
Well, Greece was in NATO, then they left, and then they wanted to come back in, and they needed the Turkish vote to have them back in. I think it was in the 80s, and Turkey voted them to come back in again. It was a big mistake.
But Greece is not a threat to us. We're a threat to them, but they're not a threat to us.
No, they're not a threat to us, but they're hiding behind France, behind other countries, Israel. Have a look at the relationship between Greece and Israel. He's the only prime minister who talks to the Israeli prime minister. And I think that's going to really haunt him, soon.
But do you think that deal wouldn't have happened if they want NATO? That still would have happened, whether they're NATO or not.
Yes, I suppose so.
Maybe it would have happened sooner because they want NATO. They needed protection.
Yeah, I believe Greece is playing with fire here, like trying to see themselves with Israel and India and stuff like that. They're just poking the bear, really.
To be honest, I think Cyprus shouldn't have been in EU without sorting their problem out, because that makes the problem more complicated.
They'll never be united. It's impossible. It can't be.
I think EU should have the pressure to both Turkey and Cyprus. You have to unite, otherwise Cyprus is not going EU or whatever.
So the thing I don't understand as well, like Turkey and Greece and England are guarantors of Cyprus,
Yeah.
What's the French doing there? I don't understand. Why are you giving army bases to France for?
France wants it, but they're not going to have it. Turkey is not letting them have it.
No, I know, but Cyprus is just playing all these stupid games, thinking that, we're going to get over Turkey, but they're not.
Yeah, they won't.
No, they're just playing all these dumb games. We've got France there. We're in friendship with Israel, against the Turks, against the Ottomans. You saw that press conference when the Israeli Prime Minister was talking, we don't want any Ottomans, they're a threat to us. And then you had the Greek Prime Minister and the Cypriot Prime Minister there, just nodding their heads, agreeing.
But would you disagree if you were Greek or Greek Cypriot and Turkey was a threat to you?
Yeah, but Turkey's not a threat to anyone. If they don't threaten us, we're not going to threaten them,
They feel threatened.
Turkey, they can feel threatened, but how come they feel threatened? Why, but?
But if you were Greek, let's say you're Greek, you're not Turkish,
Yeah.
and you got Israel saying, come, let's unite against Turkey.
Yeah, you got a point there. I don't know. It's all messed up, really. Look. I think Greece and Cyprus have to realise, Israel's not their friend, Israel's using them to get to Turkey, 100%. They need to wake up. They need to say, Turkey's our neighbour. Let's get along really well with them and do things together, just like Armenia's doing now. Armenia's waking up, and I hope Greece and Cyprus wake up too one day. I really do.
You got a question?
We don't want to invade Greece.
Theo
we don't want to invade Greece.
Theo said, why is a French base a threat? If France isn't a threat, is it a threat or not?
Well, it is a threat. It is a threat. If you're getting all these foreign armies on your island, and they're always talking bad against Turkey, it's a threat, 100%. Turkey sent 6 F-16 fighter jets to Cyprus, and they're saying, oh, they're not allowed to go there without our permission. Mate, who are you? It's all right for you to have the French there and all these other countries. What, so Turkey sends 6
Is that actually real?
F-16s there, what, they cry about it?
Is that true that France said that you can't go there without permission?
100%.
Wow.
Yeah, so who are they, mate? Like we were a guarantor of that island. Turkey, Greece, and England, yeah? Why is France sticking their nose in it, or Israel sticking their nose in it? I reckon this is going to be really bad for Cyprus. They're playing with fire, honestly. If they think that, like, they're going to get all these countries on side to fight against Turkey, I promise you, Turkey will take them all in one hit. And Greece, and you got Greece saying, yeah, we're going to, like, go 12 mil, like, you know, we're going to take over the G&C. Mate, it's impossible. The Turks will take over that island in 2 hours, and they wouldn't even know what hit them.
I think George is asking the same question. Why is France a threat for you?
George, France is not a threat to us, yeah? France is arming Cyprus, yeah? They're going to make them do something stupid, and then you guys are going to get yourself in trouble.
So you're worried about the Cypriots?
100%. We don't want them to, like, you know, get hammered and slaughtered.
Are you worried about Turkish Cypriot or Greek Cypriots?
No, all of them.
Greeks, because if they're poking Turkey, yeah, and they do something silly, mate, what do you think Turkey's going to do? What, just stand by and do nothing? It's going to be bad for the island. It's not a healthy relationship.
What can Turkey do without getting heavily sanctioned like they did in '74?
I don't think they can do anything, mate. I think the only solution. I think the only solution at the moment is 2 states. Because I can't see the Turkish army leaving Cyprus, yeah? I just can't. Have a look at your president or your prime minister, whatever he is.
But why should Turkish army leave the island? That's another question. If you bring in France, if you bring in Brits and, you know, Israel.
No, I think everybody needs to leave the island.
It's
not a military island. I just don't understand why Cyprus is allowing any country, both Turkish and Greek. No offense to Turkey and Greece,
but you gotta get the
fuck up out of here.
I mean, look, you don't get a Cypriot army, Turkish Cypriot army in Turkey. You know, you don't get a Greek army in Turkey. It doesn't make sense why we've got all these armies in our country. It doesn't make sense. No offense to Greece and Turkey, that's fine. They're the motherlands, but you know, Cyprus is its own country. We should be able to decide for ourselves. You know?
Yeah, they fly the Greece flag everywhere. Go on, Self.
Almost everywhere. There's not.
Come on,
yeah, but I boys, you're forgetting. There's a reason why the Turkish army's there. Yeah, the Turkish army's not there having a picnic. You're forgetting why the Turkish army did come to Cyprus.
I get why. I get why it went. I get why it went. I still don't really understand why they're still there. This is a question I've been asking for a long time. I haven't got the right answer, and
the reason why they are there is because they're a guarantor.
Okay, Greece is a guarantor.
Exactly.
Okay, but that's basically saying that we're still going by the 1960 Constitution.
I think they are. I
mean, I've heard Turkish Cypriots say that it doesn't exist, and you know, it's not part of Cyprus. You know, it doesn't represent the Turkish Cypriots. So
back-to-back comments. I see bad grammar and bad spelling, bro. Fuck you, know, guys.
Who's that?
George and Andy.
What was a guarantor?
And then the other one above him.
Back to back here. Now, man.
Fuck's sake.
I think like Turkish army makes Turkish Cypriots feel safe.
Yeah, but Jan, you've heard me answer this.
Unsafe.
You've heard me answer this. What is the Turkish army doing there to protect the locals?
Like, they're there in case there's a civil war.
Even the barbarians out.
Why do you have the police?
Police didn't do nothing in 1964-74.
If something happens again like it did in 74,
Because your police is
touch wood, it
corrupted, so
doesn't.
is our police.
The
You put
army
money
won't
in
get
their
involved.
pocket.
The army's not going to get
You know
involved
why
because
Turkey's there as well? To
there'll
protect
be two.
Cyprus's maritime waters. That's the reason why we're there. Because the Greeks want to steal all that. And like, they can't just make their own mind up, oh yeah, this is all ours. How about the Turks in Cyprus? They got to get their fair share too, yeah? Of the gas and the oil.
But isn't that up to the Turkish Cypriots to do that?
The Turkish Cyprians are the Turkish government.
I don't know. I think the TRNC sees itself as an independent government and
Well,
not connected to Turkey.
If Turkey tells them to jump, they say, how high? End of story, yeah?
I think I agree, but not everybody does. Not everybody does. A lot of people think that the TRNC is self-governed completely.
Okay, see this new president of Northern Cyprus, yeah? Before he was elected, he was saying things against Turkey. And as soon as he got elected, he went straight away to Erdogan and shook his hand and said, yeah, you're right with everything. And he's changed his way.
Why do you think he changed his mind, Ender?
He didn't change his mind. He was just saying that to get the votes.
Yeah, but that's a tough one though, Ender, because at the end of the day, Greek Cypriots believe that at least the Turkish Cypriots are governing their own state. And if they're not, and if it's Turkey, then why is Turkey involved in Cyprus at this stage on a government level? It is still a foreign country. If you look at Cyprus as an independent country, which we are, and we were, then why is a foreign country, Turkey, governing the north part of the island? This is why Greeks might have an issue with it. I think some Greeks might prefer that it was actually the TRNC governing it. At least it's a Cypriot government, and it's a Turkish Cypriot rather than Turkey.
Well, you can't have your cake and eat it. You can't say it's a puppet state, and then
I'm
then
saying
you
I
say,
think
"Oh, why
Greeks would
can't you have
prefer it wasn't a puppet state, and it was actually governing itself as a Cypriot state.
Yeah, but Cyprus can't do nothing without Greece either. You guys have to have each other's approval.
No, I mean, I don't think so. No, not anymore.
I'm not sure. Convince me. It's not anymore.
Europe, yes, but not directly Greece.
Greece is the one that convinced you, probably. That's what I'm thinking, to make deal with Israel.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Greece. We didn't have a choice. We had to make a deal with Israel.
You always have choice.
So you as a Cyprian, yeah, Greek Cyprian, do you agree with your government making a deal with Israel or not?
No, not
Are
at
you
all, because
comfortable?
I don't know what the deal is, and I don't see the benefit. If I knew that there was a benefit to Cypriots by doing a deal with Israel, then I might be able to try and understand it and see why they did it. But no, I can't see the reason.
I'll tell you the only reason why they're doing it, the Greece and Cyprus, there's
Why?
only one reason why. It's because they're Turkey's enemy and they're sticking with the enemy. So they're saying, whoever's Turkey's enemy is, they're my friend. That's the only reason why, brother. That's the
I've
only
said this
reason why.
before. I've said this before, and unfortunately, Cyprus isn't a powerful country like Turkey. We can't just say we can't get into a row with Israel because we really can't afford that.
Why not? You got your European
Well,
Union
according
country.
to Cyprus migration, you're on the tippy top of the mountain, mate.
No, I don't think so. Not at all. We need to
But you're a
call it as it is. We're a
European
small
Union
country.
recognized country.
We don't need enemies. That's the thing. No one wants to make an enemy of Israel. Let's be honest,
Yeah,
right?
but how come they're poking the Turks then? Like what? They're not scared of the Turks and they're scared of the Jews?
I don't know. I don't think they are poking the Turks. I think that on a low level, yes, maybe people are talking about not liking the Turks, but I don't think you'll ever see Greeks or Cypriots wanting to go to war with Turkey. No, I don't think you'd ever hear a government spokesperson say that they want to go to war with Turkey. And the fact that Israel is openly saying that they do, they must have some sort of confidence, right?
I don't think you were threatened by Israel. That's what you think, anyway. But I don't agree with that
Was it
idea.
not a month ago though, Jan, where Christodoulidis basically got baited out that he was taking all these bribes and everything else?
Yeah.
You know, that was an agent of Israel that basically brought that information to light. What else?
Okay,
What
why don't
other
you step
leverage?
down and let someone else be president? You are a democratic country. Why can't you just let someone else take over and
Because
say,
the
you know
fact
what,
is, we're
I'm
not
sorry, I made a
democratic, Jan.
mistake.
We are
Hmm?
corrupt. We are corrupt. We are not democratic.
Every
We are
country is
corrupt.
corrupt, but when someone makes mistakes, step down and say, you know what, I am shit president. Let someone else take over because I made a mistake. I take
Can you
money for my own good.
Can you imagine a guy getting on the fucking national TV and going, "Sorry, I'm a shit."
No, as in like
You
every
handled it well.
country,
You just got
every
on with it.
president takes some, not president, but I'm assuming most of them take some kind of bribe. Every politician all around the world. There's not such a thing they don't. Like, you know. The question is, step down.
That was a statement, but anyway.
I personally think that Turkey and Israel will go to war in the next 10 years. 100% they will go to war, and
It
I
won't
think that's
be
going to
on.
be
It won't be
and
on.
that's going to be the end of the Israeli state. And
I don't think Turkey
forget,
will go war with Israel. I
No,
don't
they
see
will.
it.
They will 100%. They will come to conflict
I
in
really
Syria.
don't see it.
yeah, yeah,
100%.
they are gonna.
They are going to come to conflict. My words. They will.
Yep.
They are
I
going
don't
to
see
come.
it.
They are going to come to conflict in Syria. You wait and see.
No.
I don't think it will be Erdogan. I think it will be your next president. It won't be Erdogan. He's a tactical
Yeah,
politician.
it won't be Erdogan because Erdogan might not be alive by then, but it will happen.
It's going to happen, and that's going to be the end of the Israeli state. And then we're going to see Greece and Cyprus how they were hiding behind Israel, and like and
Yeah.
Sorry, that was too
What happened?
He goes,
hiding.
we're going to take over Israel and then we're going to take Cyprus and Greece.
Well, that's what's going to happen because then Greece is going to do something stupid. Go, oh yeah, I'm a powerhouse. I'll take. Then they're going to lose
And then
all those
clash
islands.
NATO, World War III.
It's going to be finished. Have a look at the Turkish missile that they just done. Yeah, the Yildirim Han.
I think the biggest risk Turkey has is to bring in an ultra-right government that basically puts their money where their mouth is. Because we've heard Erdogan say many times, remarks about Israel, but we know he's not going to do anything about it. We know he's not going to stop anything. We know
He's not ultra-right.
he's going to react.
He's not
going to
an
act.
ultra-right government.
He's going to
He's
react
not an
to a
ultra-right
situation.
government.
He's a conservative government. He's not.
I think he's central. He's not ultra-right. No, he's very conservative.
Ultra-right is MHP. That's
Yeah, ultra-right.
If MHP gets control of Turkey, I think you guys
Oh,
are definitely
They
cooked.
would never.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
They will never get control of Turkey.
I promise you, if MHP got in power in Turkey, that's
All
it.
you are finished, bro.
We war
All
the
you are
next day.
finished.
But I think that's
MHP
also
ever got into power.
your
Oh
biggest
my Lord.
downfall, though, as well, because
You
you
know
would
what
take
you
your
said
country to war.
will be true, and that if MHP gets in power, they will go all around.
Like I'm an ülkücü, yeah? I'm an ülkücü, yeah? I'm a really, really passionate ülkücü. All right? Let me make the noise.
I don't
Look, no
think you guys
ultra-right
would
government.
want to go to war, though. I don't think that would be good for the country. I know you might want to,
Of course not. This
but
war is never good for anybody.
it won't end well. This is what I mean. If it was an ultra right wing government, would you call it CHP?
MHP is
MHP.
MHP.
the
That will be the
Yeah, they're
downfall.
They're like the
All
ultra
they're
nationalists.
communists.
That will be the downfall of Turkey, I think.
No, MHP will never be elected. I don't see it, to be honest.
They will never
Yeah, but
do it.
MHP is basically with AKP anyway, so they basically
Yeah.
are elected.
Yeah, but 2 years ago, no one thought Reform was going to win.
They're not with AKP, but they support AKP.
Yeah, Reform is taking seats, huh?
This is what I mean. Like the rise of the right wing
doing
is
well.
coming. I don't know about Turkey, but I do see it in Europe.
It's not happening. Turkey's politics is so what do you call it? Polarizing.
Toxic.
So polarizing, yeah. It's so fragmented as well. That will never happen, ever. MHP is not coming to power.
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah,
it.
but MHP is basically in power.
I see
with
JHP
AKP.
getting in power rather
in
than
power.
MHP.
Wait, what senator? They are in power.
JHP, they're not
They're
in power.
basically merged with AKP.
They got a coalition, but it's got nothing to do with it. They're not in any sort of power. But JHP's got more of a shot. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
do you know who's rising now?
Mm.
Dem Party, which is what they called?
All right. Let me tell you one thing.
HDP.
Yeah.
Oh.
In Turkey, the voters, 70% of the voters in Turkey are right wing. There's only 30% are left.
I mean, it's hard to say because they what do you call it? The last election, it went to a runoff and it was 51% he won by.
No. But I'm talking about the voters. Yeah, the really hardcore voters in Turkey has always been right.
The only
Like I'm
way
talking about other parties and that.
the only way MHP could win, the right wing, if the person in charge changes because he's not capable of becoming prime minister.
We can never win.
Yeah,
They would
Bahçeli
never
is not
because
suitable.
they would never have the Kurdish vote ever. So they would never win.
But he's not. Someone else, if they speak sense,
No,
maybe.
but you know how that party is so extreme that it's not just one person. That sort of thinking and that politics runs through the entire party. So it doesn't matter if you remove Bahçeli and put someone else there. It's going to be the same thing.
Exactly. Look, I'm a MHP, yeah. I have been, like all my family, mate. I have been. So our thinking's not going to change just because we've got a new leader, yeah.
I think Erdogan is doing a good job keeping Turkey stronger and
Erdogan's a strong leader.
yeah.
He's a mastermind, man.
Mate, he is, mate. Have a look at Turkey in the last 22 years, yeah? Have a look at the hospitals that he built and the roads and the infrastructure. Like, he's giving single mothers the pension. Like, he's actually trying to look after his people.
Have you seen that thing? The incentive that he's giving for the for the women and for people to basically start having families and start having children.
I have.
Unbelievable, man.
I know.
He's good, man. He's good. I don't know why people, like a lot of people in Turkey, hate him.
But we're a
like,
third world country, mate. According to Cyprus migration. No human rights.
I'll tell you something. You know, the hospitals in Turkey are actually better than here in Australia.
Even better than UK ones.
Honestly, here you got to wait for 3 months, 4 months to get an MRI done on your back or whatever. In Turkey, I promise you, the next day you get an appointment.
That's crazy. Yeah, you gotta be there for like fucking 6 months to a year, bro.
Yeah, but why is it like that in Australia though, Ender? Because I get the UK, we've got a huge influx of foreign, obviously refugees and everything else. But why is it like that in Australia?
We got everyone coming over in the rubber dinghies, mate.
Too much gambling.
Yeah, how would you even get to Australia?
The government got
It's just too goddamn far.
Fuck's sake.
So what is the issue, Ender? Because
the issue is the Indians. There's a lot of Indians coming to this country.
That was ironic.
There's an Indian. I promise you, all the bricklayers now, the concrete. I promise you, the kebab shops are Indians now. Like, you go there and grab a kebab, you think it's a Turkish kebab shop, and Raj is working behind the counter trying to make kebab. It's amazing. The bricklayers, the concreters, the electricians, they're all Greeks, Turks, Italians. Now they're all Indians. The doctors.
How is that affecting their NHS? I don't understand.
There's a lot of migration coming and they can't handle it. The hospitals and stuff like that can't handle it because there's a lot of migration coming to Australia.
What was that guy's name that threatened to punch that reporter? The Lebanese guy. He was an old.
Bob Katter.
Yeah, he's a fucking joker.
He's a racist. That's what he is.
I mean, no shit.
He's a redneck. He's a redneck that lives in Queensland. All rednecks in the north of Australia, in Queensland, they're all racist.
But he's
They
Lebanese.
hate Turks, they hate Cyprians.
He's
No,
he,
no, I think his grandfather's living there.
okay. Don't say that, mate. They'll punch Stephen in the mouth.
I'll punch you right in the face. Don't say that. I'm not
What's
Lebanese. I'm Australian. Don't say that, mate.
yeah, but in there, haven't you got what's the population in Australia? Isn't it really low compared to the landmass?
25 million. Yeah,
That's
but don't
nothing.
forget, in Australia, everyone lives on the coast, yeah? The middle's empty. It's all
Yeah,
desert.
yeah, I know.
So
And
like
Dylan, you know in
Melbourne,
Australia, yeah, do you know when
yeah,
it's you know on Anzac Day, do they look at you little
yep.
funny?
Mate, you know what I say to them? I go, you Aussies should thank the Turks for a public holiday. You're at the pub drinking, and that's because of us.
No, but do they look at you funny on that day, or anyone that's Turkish? Do they start talking rubbish?
They do, yeah.
But why?
What is Anzac Day, Shahin? And then there.
Anzac Day is the commemoration of the Battle of Çanakkale.
Anzac
Oh,
Day is when the Pommies made Australia land on Gallipoli.
yeah.
So, but the thing is, every single year they do a pilgrimage and they go to Çanakkale, and the
And
Australian
the
Armed
Turks look
Forces.
after them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I watch it
yeah.
every single year, man.
Yeah,
They
New
go
Zealand
Yeah,
too.
mate.
they go and they sleep outside. The Australian Armed Forces are there. The New Zealand Armed Forces are there, and they give them all the rights and the respect to honor them, and they're welcome like they're their own, like their family, for fuck's sake. Why would they turn around and say anything to you? That's why I'm shocked.
How about that, Shane? How's that poem Ataturk wrote? He goes, all you mothers out there, your sons are our sons now.
Yeah, because
Yeah?
they're buried in our land. That's probably one of the only things that he said that I liked, to be honest with you. But anyway,
I've got
he's
goosebumps now. And the Aussies are saying to us, go back to your country, you kebab heads. Go and have a kebab. Yeah, mate. And then I say to them, what were you doing in Gallipoli? They go, oh, we came there for a kebab. I
Is
go,
it?
we stuck the kebabs up your arsehole, didn't we? And I'm like that.
Çanakkale gidilmez. In English, it means you can't pass
Everyone
Çanakkale.
hates the Turks, yeah. Everyone hates the Turks. I promise you. Everyone hates the Turks.
Go on, say it, Shane. I know what you're
I
gonna
wonder
say.
if there's a poll, or there's like a study or a statistic that measures the most hated countries in the world. I would love to see where Turkey is on that list. It's got to be top.
Number 2, maybe.
I reckon Israel will be number one. Israel will
it
be
has
number
to be.
one.
No, I think
Indians will be
actually,
number 2.
I think America would be number 1 if I'm honest with you.
But you do that survey in Greece, Cyprus, or Armenia,
No, I just mean
it'd be 95%.
I just see. Yeah, I agree with that, but I'm just meaning. I mean more like as a collective or as on a world scale, which countries are the most hated. I don't think Turkey would even be in the top 5. I think you would have like Israel, America, the
How about
UK,
Brits?
France.
You understand in UK?
Have a look at the UK. That's run by the Jews. City of London. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it?
I reckon you guys should come to Australia.
I'm alright, bro. I can't even handle the spiders here, let alone
Oh,
the ones that are fucking bigger than my shoes, bro. Like, I'm alright.
I see snakes in front of my house. Big eastern brown snakes. You know how poisonous they are? I killed one the other day with a shovel. I chopped his head off.
Yeah, you're moving like Indiana Jones, bro. I'm alright. I just want to live peacefully. Fuck that.
You got wild animals up there, honestly. I would love to go to
I chopped the head
Australia.
off a poisonous snake, bro, and that was just my morning. Fuck that.
And when I was killing it, I was saying, Yorgor, you shouldn't be here. Yorgor,
You're a fucking
your head off now.
Oh my god,
I bet your neighbour's Greek Cypriot in there.
No,
Do you
he's
hear-
actually Greek. His name's Arfan. I absolutely love him, yeah.
There you go.
You know, he does. The Turks are burning Izmir and we're throwing him in the sea. This patriotic song. I get the hose and I just wet him. And he goes, stop there, stop, you're wetting me. I go, Arthur, turn that shit off. He always plays all this patriotic music every day. so I can hear it.
What Greek one?
Yeah, his name's Arthur. He's like 20 years older than me. Yeah, I absolutely love him. Every Christmas, Easter, I go to him. We have a drink and talk shit and that. So, yeah, he's a good man.
Yeah, but did you say he plays patriotic music really loud so he can? Is that for you that he's playing
really
that
loud.
music?
I go, Angela, to his wife, I go, what are they saying, love? Oh, he's just bagging the Turks out, like, you know, we want to kill him, this, that. I go, what the fuck? I go, what are you doing? And then I get the hose and I just wet Arthur over the fence, and he puts it off.
You don't know how to live out there, man, honestly. It sounds like you're having fun.
China's number one. That's
I am. I love my Greek neighbours. I've got a lot of Greek neighbours in my area because there's a lot of Turks and Greeks where I live. And it's good fun. Like every Christmas we shut the street off and we celebrate Christmas with them, and it's good fun, man.
What's the Greek and Turkish food like in Australia?
It's absolutely fantastic, mate. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any kangaroo
really
meat?
good because kangaroo meat's really nice. It's very tough, but it's really nice. Yeah. There's even Turks making kebabs out of kangaroo meat,
So I was gonna say.
and they're calling it a skippy kebab.
What's that like? Is it good?
The meat's pretty tough, yeah. But there's really nice Greek restaurants here, really nice Greek restaurants, and Turkish restaurants. It's good. It's fantastic. The food in Melbourne's really good.
That's good to know.
I think Melbourne's got the second biggest Greek population after Athens.
Melbourne does, I think. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it does.
Greek from
there's a
Greece,
lot of
yes.
Greeks here,
Yeah.
right?
Greek from Greece.
Yeah. But there's a lot of Cypriot Greeks here as well, and Turks, and they hate each other too. Yeah, here as well.
I'm sure.
I think the Greeks from the mainland and the Turks from the mainland do get along really well in Australia, but the Cypriot Greeks are more, how can I say it, they're more passionate, they're more vocal, and same goes for the Turkish Cypriots as well. So they always clash, always. And they go and protest in front of the Turkish consulate, then they start fights and they always get bashed and go home.
Yeah, sounds just like the UK as well.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Well, Panab wants to kiss and make
Hey
up.
guys,
So not sure if you're up for it, mate, but yeah, give him a
thank
follow.
you for the live, and I had a great time. I've got to go. I love you all.
All right, mate.
It's
Have
an
a good day,
absolute
mate.
pleasure.
Yeah, I'm closing
Good
up
day,
now.
mate. Anyone's heart,
G'day, mate.
Good day, mate.
yeah, good day, mate. I'll catch you later. If I've broken anyone's heart or I was disrespectful, I'm just having fun here. But honestly, guys, I love the Greeks. I love the Cyprians. So yeah, we should all get along. Thank you.
All right, mate. Yeah, I'm closing up the live now as well. Anyway, guys. So
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
See you later.
Good night, everyone.
see you later.
Bye bye, Shane. Bye bye, Jonah.
Yeah, Abby.
Bye,
Bye.
Anda.
Bye bye, Arvin. Bye bye.
Bye bye.